Hello, friends. Hello, hello. I think, guys, for the first time ever, we're also live on YouTube Shorts, but for some reason, it's taking the full version, not the other version. That's a bit dumb, isn't it? How do I change that? Automatically get generated a vertical crop version for the Shorts feed. Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? Oh, it's bad. We're just going to have to turn that off. Lone Champs is an effing nightmare. I feel that, dude. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Sorry. Why will my aircon not turn on? I'm like sweating, but not at the same time. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. I thought, sorry, I've just, my head's gone. I thought, like, YouTube have introduced this new streaming to Shorts thing, which is awesome. And I've got like a setup for it where it like looks good. But for some reason, it's taking like the main picture and just shrinking it down and it looks shit. And I think I'm going to have to turn the stream off and turn it back on again to fix it. We should be back. We should be back on YouTube. There you go, YouTube. Should be back. Should be back. Are you saving packs for Team of the Year? I am, mate. I am. I am indeed. First thing we got to do, though, today, is I've just got a little bit of cleanup to do on the crappers. Just a little bit, just because for some of the evolutions, like the I Can See You, we've got to do 22 times in 2 days. So I've got to figure out A, who it is that I'm putting into that, and B, actually getting it done. But yeah, so a little bit of cleanup to do on crappers, a little bit of cleanup to do on the RTG, and then anything that fun that comes, we'll make some content on. You saving packs from all packs from League SBCs? No, just the small rare gold players pack. That's all. You've seen the team of the icons that have been leaked. So I have, yeah. We'll go through those a bit today, actually. We'll wait, we'll get a little bit together. Let me literally just get some of this stuff in. What's up, Mr. Wobble? How you doing, man? I need to do I Can See You. Yeah, I want to do a bit of content on icon swaps as well. I'm gonna start. I need to start learning how to record shorts on stream, guys, and do like a whole profesh thing that I do. Because I want to stream. Like, I feel like it's a lot more natural when you guys, like, for example, already today, Team of the Year icons and icon swaps. There's 2 pieces of content to make content on. The thing that I was thinking about with like regards to making content on icon swaps is that we don't know anything yet apart from the fact that icon swaps is coming back. We can hear you. Ba. You can hear me. I can see my mic going. Yeah, my mic's definitely going. You could definitely hear me. Yep, it's all there. It is all there. I can hear you. Yeah, there we go. Right, so for I Can See You, I need vision. I think it's going to be on the centre back. So I want to put it on Liu Ju Kang. He's already in an Evo. I want to put it on Hebe Gen just one time. Icon swaps is coming back to FC, so here's what we've had before. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. That'd be pretty good. Once Josh comes into the stream, I'll get him to write me up some scripts. If Josh comes into the stream. I know he's around today, but he had a weekend away and he might be a bit worse for wear. Who knows? He Chow K can come back into the team. I'm just going to go and do the Golden Goal Cup for a few. Have I been playing Arc lately? I haven't, mate. I've been playing... what have I been playing? Tarkov. What's up, Vishnav? How you doing, man? I'm fake for calling Gyökeres trash, but the man hasn't done anything since. Wait, what are you... What are you talking about, Starboy? Have you just come into the stream with heat? Like, have you just come into the stream, like, it's one of those ones, right, where if you just don't like the stream, don't tune in. But don't come in here with a really, like, negative, bad attitude and start creating drama 10 seconds into the stream, man. Nobody cares. Go away. Shame they didn't do icon swaps before Team of the Year. I don't know, man. I think icon swaps, if it's exactly the same as how it used to be, is going to be really boring, guys. I think people remember icon swaps fondly, but I actually recall not enjoying icon swaps because people only did golden goal during icon swaps, and I wanted to use the players that I had, like, spent time building up and such. And so, yeah, it's one of those ones, right, where if it just comes back exactly how it was before, it's going to get real old real fast, especially due to the fact that we've already got so many icons on offer now. Last time I was in Urstream, you called me a fake fan for calling Gyökeres trash. Just wanted your opinion on it, that's all. Then ask my opinion on it and don't be a piece of shit. I'm starting to realise why you got banned in Twitch and now you're using YouTube. Don't come in here all toxic towards me because you don't like a football player. It's a great goal. It's a great goal. Goodbye. You can absolutely fuck off. We're not doing it today, guys. We're not doing it today. Really hope we have something good up their sleeve for this year's World Cup. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Right, that is Kang King Zhong done. What did I put him through? Fresh legs, all nice. You want to knock that goal? It's just like there's ways, right? I remember him vividly. He literally was pretending to be an Arsenal fan, but was just talking shit on Arsenal, and so he got banned on Twitch. And his first thing he comes in here today is carries on that toxicity like 10 days later, which in itself is really weird. But if he genuinely just wanted my opinion on Gyökeres' performances over the last 10 days since he got banned, he could have just asked that question, right? He could have just said, hey, Nep, thoughts on Gyökeres now? He's gone like another 10 days with like some tough performances, and we would have had a discussion about it. But to come in here and just being mad toxic again for no reason, you can sod right off. Right, we need to do 26 balancing acts. 26 balancing acts. Who do we want to put balancing on? Right, so for the main team, balance and vision. No point doing it on Yu Zhao Wei. His vision's already above his passing stats, and his balance is good. He's fine. Yes, we can do it on Jong Sang-woon for his balance. It will leave his dribbling and composure a bit lower. But Yong Sang-woon can certainly get some balance. There we go. Then he's not even in Team 1 anyway. He's just there because he was in a different Evo. Then we've got balance and vision, no and no. Stamina, no. Balance, no. Vision, yes. We can give 2 sets of vision to Kim Dong-min. Stamina will be no. We obviously can't do vision to him now because we've already given... Oh, yeah, we can do vision to Kim Dong-min. And then we just need to do some stamina as well. Can see Havertz coming in for him. Maybe. That might be good for Gyökeres, though, right? I actually think I would have liked to have seen Gyökeres play the last 20 or 30 minutes of the last 5 or 6 games instead of Jesus. I would have liked to have seen how Gyökeres can work when we're already winning and a team is pressing for a equalizer or a goal to get back in the game, because it seems to be that Gyökeres does all the hard work against the low block, then we're winning, then he gets subbed out, then Jesus gets to come in and have like the freedom of a team that's pressing or like pushing up the field, like, and I would like to see it the other way around for sure. So if we end up starting Havertz for 60 minutes and then bring Gyökeres on for the last 30 minutes, I'd like to see that. However, I think it's really interesting, really fascinating that we didn't see Gyökeres yesterday. And the reason why I think that's fascinating is because that was a perfect game for him to get back on the score sheet and get some goals, right? Against, you know, a lowly championship team. It would have been the perfect confidence boost. But the fact that he didn't even get a single minute on the field yesterday, for me, showcases how important he is in Mikel Arteta's eyes in the Premier League, because you can now guarantee that he'll start against Chelsea and start against Nottingham Forest. Well, hello to you and welcome to Jesus is way better than Victor. I 100% disagree. First of all, they're massively different and play in different like ways and roles. I just trick. Thanks for the 22 months, man. Much appreciated, brother. But second of all, like, Jesus was awful yesterday. Like, awful. But because he got 1 assist, all of a sudden, he's getting, like, all of these plaudits. But I thought Jesus was terrible yesterday. In the first half, I don't even think Jesus had a shot the whole game. In the first half, he had touched the ball, like, 8 times. And that's it. Nothing else. That was a really good assist from Jesus. Yeah, and so somebody was giving me grief about, oh, look, Jesus has done what Gyökeres can't. And it's like, yeah, because Jesus was where Saka usually is. And Gyökeres is where Martinelli usually was, right? Martinelli was where Gyökeres usually is. And Saka doesn't put that ball in. And that's half the problem. If Saka plays that ball every single time to the back post like that, like Jesus did, Gyökeres will be there every single time. Right, Kim Dong-min. What did we do on him? Bit of I can see you. Both are 9, of course, different types of 9. But sorry, Nep, I can't agree with it. Jesus has more quality with the ball, pass better. Maybe Victor Gyökeres' finishes are better. Yeah, but Diego, right? Like, Victor Gyökeres, they're not like... Jesus isn't a number 9. Like, you're being disingenuous if you're trying to call Jesus a number 9. Jesus was pulling off to the wings constantly against Portsmouth, constantly. There's the argument is about Havertz and Gyökeres, not Jesus and Gyökeres. That's the point, LMAO. Yeah, but that's because he's told to play different, right? That, like, see, the thing is, Z-Sips, right? You're saying that's the point, LMAO, as if that's what we've been missing. That's what we've had. And it didn't work. It's why we didn't win the title for 3 years in a row. Not because we did have that. Oh, sorry, didn't have that, because we did have that. Jesus is false 9 and very false 9s win you titles. No, if false 9s win you titles, why didn't we win the title yet? The reason why we need someone like Gyökeres is because Jesus isn't good enough to do it. Is it not fair, though, to say Gyökeres was brought in as a goal scorer? I remember a lot of Arsenal fans' issues. Havertz not being in those positions. I don't think Gyökeres has been in them either. Yeah, but I genuinely think that's a coaching thing, right? I genuinely think our team hasn't changed. Like, we wanted a goal scorer, but we're not playing to his strengths. Haaland is a quality false 9. I think you don't know what a false 9 is if you think Erling Haaland is a false 9. we bought one of the best goal scorers in football, and yet we don't feed him the ball at all, but we're still expecting him to score lots of goals. If we was feeding him the ball over and over and over, and he still wasn't there and still wasn't scoring, we'd have a problem. But he doesn't even get the ball. He doesn't get fed the ball. We still play with two wingers that are basically inside forwards and a striker that gets no space off of the back of it. He needs to do more. But how can he do more if he doesn't get the ball? Do you not understand? Do you not understand? He's already doing everything else. He's doing the pinning the defenders. He's doing the press from the front. He's running himself into the ground in the games. He is making the runs in space consistently every single game. But the ball is not coming to him. How can he do more? And you say, well, he's got to score goals in. For him to score goals, he's got to have the ball in areas he can score goals from. And that's the bit that's missing. And that's not his fault. That's just not on him. Dropping Saka and Martinelli would do him a world of good. Yeah, I think so. I genuinely think having a right-footed right winger and a left-footed left winger would be massive for Enquiries. Thanks, Ben Amor, pal. Do you think the team have not yet adapted to having him there? They're playing like last season in some ways. I think the problem with Arsenal, right? Do you know what? I'm going to get the. Now, I say the problem with Arsenal, whilst knowing that we're top of the table, top of the Champions League, in every cup competition. Like this is like one of those good problems, right? This isn't one of those problems where you're like, oh no, like I'm really upset with this. This is one of those ones where it's like, yeah, this is an all right problem to have, right? But here's the problem with Arsenal, right? We have Raya in goal. Let's even just put him here. We have Gabriel. We have like, I don't know, fucking. I know it looks like that's a defense. That's the attack. We'll have Saliba. We'll have Rice or Zubimendi. We'll have Zubimendi. We'll have Odegaard. So this is Arsenal in possession, right? This is Arsenal in possession. And we will win the ball back. And we will have the ball here with David Raya. And we will pass the ball here to William Saliba. And he'll pass the ball here to whoever's dropped into that 3. And then he'll pass the ball here to Gabriel. And if there's space here or here. Oh, you can't see my face cam. Hold on. If there's space on 4 or 3, Gabriel will play the ball up. If there's space on 11, Gabriel will play the ball here. And if there's no space on any of those spots, he'll just play it back here. And then it will get put back here again. And then it will get put back here again. And that's all well and good when you're in kind of like sustained possession, right? The problem that we have with Arsenal is when we win the ball back defensively, like let's say we get a turnover of possession, right? We're in our actual kind of like 4-4-2 shape. We'll have Odegaard and Enquiries will be these two here. Saka will be there. We'll have our flat back 4 as normal. So it'll be Timber, Gabriel Saliba, and whoever's a left back in Capia or whatever. There'll be Trossard here, Rice, Zubimendi, and Saka here. And then Odegaard will be kind of here and Enquiries will be here, right? So we win the ball back. We make a tackle here, right? Saliba wins the ball. Enquiries sprints this way. Odegaard comes down here. The ball gets played to Saka. He's now got like a chance through on goal. You know, he's made his run. Where's the arrows? Here. He's made his run kind of like... Will it not let me do the arrow? That's fun. Is it this one? He's made his run this way here. Right? Saka's got the ball. Guess what Saka does? Saka passes the ball back here. And then Timber passes the ball back here. And then Raya passes the ball across here. And now, even though we've won possession of the ball, we've killed the counter-attack so that we can have control of the game. And so then when we eventually get up the field, where we've got that possession and that sort of situation, right, where we've got Raya like here. We don't want that dot, do we? Where we've got Raya like here, and then we've got Yuri and Timber, Hincapié, we've got Gabriel and Saliba like literally here and here. We've got Zubimendi sitting there. We've got Odegaard and Saka here and here. We've got Gyökeres floating around there. We've got Trossard there, 3-6-9, and then we've got Declan Rice here. When we're in this situation here, right, the ball very, very, very rarely comes here or here, which is exactly what he wants. Instead, where's the undo button? Then on undo button. There we go. Let's get rid of that and that. Instead, if Trossard's got the ball, it goes here, and then 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 here. And then Saka comes in and has a shot. And the whole play, it misses Gyökeres. And it goes everywhere except in the box. And then what will happen is, I really wish there was like an undo button. And then what will happen is, there will be one occasion where, you know, Rice will be here, and instead of Rice, as usual, passing the ball back here, there'll be one occasion where Rice bangs it across the box, and Gyökeres isn't in that exact perfect position because he doesn't know when it's coming. And all of a sudden, people are like, oh, Gyökeres' movement is terrible. And it's like, is it? Or is it just that for the last 10 plays, the balls come here and here and here and here and here, and on the one occasion it gets fizzed in, he just can't possibly know. He can't possibly know. And people will say, it's his job to know when. But if he's standing here and the ball comes here, he gets grief. So the next time he stands here, but the ball comes here, he gets grief. Genuinely, what can he do? And I personally don't think there's much more he can do, unless he wants to drop back into this area to pick up the ball. And at that point, I think he'll get more ball, more goals, more assists, but that's not what Arsenal want. Arsenal want this guy in here. The thing that needs to happen is the wide mids and the fullbacks that press up high need to play the ball into him more, because they don't. And like, we can even see here, let's go to SofaScore real quick. The Arsenal game against, let's not use Liverpool because that was a bit of a different game. Let's use the Bournemouth game, right? Gabriel Martinelli, 0 guys, 0 passes into the box, 0. How about long balls? 0 long balls into the box. How about crosses? 2 crosses into the box. I don't even know if that was when Gyökeres was on the field or off the field at that point. Like, but so Gabriel Martinelli in the entirety of the game put 2 crosses into the box in spite of all of these passes. Let's have a look at Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke, 2 passes in the box. This one was intercepted by the keeper. I think that's where he got down low. This one, I don't know who he passed that to, but that looks like a really short pass, probably to Timber, if it's that short of a pass. But, oh no, wait, this is him going forwards. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Is this the way we're facing? Wait, which way are we bloody shooting here? No, we're shooting that way, surely. Yeah, that's Noni Madueke passing it backwards here. But once again, look, like 1 pass into the box. Let's have a look at long balls. None. Let's have a look at crosses. Yeah, this is like hilariously, this is into our own box. Crosses is because he took the corners, but a few crosses into the box. One of those Martinelli crosses was to Jesus, literally 30 seconds after he came on, and not after putting one with Gyökeres on the pitch. Yeah, that's mad, right? And then we look at Declan Rice, right? Declan Rice passes. 2 passes into the box. 0 long balls into the box. And these are free kicks and a corner and a free kick. These aren't like, oh, look at him, he's whipping the ball in and Gyökeres isn't there. This is us loading the box with like all of our players. So you'd probably think, do you know what? The guy that would probably be the best for it would be Ødegaard. Ødegaard, he's so good at finding those gaps. Ødegaard has 2 passes into the box. They are both to Bukayo Saka. 1 pass into the box here, which is was to Gabriel Martinelli, I believe in this case here. 0. Look at the area that Victor Gyökeres occupies. 0 passes. Then we look at long balls. 1 long ball into the box, and I actually do think that was to Victor Gyökeres. And then 2 free kicks that got crossed into the box, or maybe those crosses where it's like we've had a corner, it's got played to him at the top of the box and he whips it in, where the box is like full again. But if we're expecting Victor Gyökeres, and let's look at his heat map, right? His heat map is okay. He's more here because that's where the defensive line is, and we have a lot of that ball in that terrible area. But look at his attacking in the box heat map. It is on and around the penalty spot. And then when we look at Madueke, Martinelli, if I can get Martinelli's up here, I can't. Martin Ødegaard. Well, I've got to do it the right way, haven't I? Let's go Rice, Ødegaard, Martinelli, Madueke. And we look at their passes for all 4 of them. Now, this is only 1 game, so, like, you know, maybe not a fair representation, but look at all of their passes. Where is the ball, quite literally, not going? There is 1 pass from all 4 of our creative players that goes to the point that Gyökeres is occupying. 1. And so, let me find you a different game as well, because there's 1 game, and this is where, like, my kind of like intense defense of Gyökeres came, right? Because I think Gyökeres was massively hard done by in this game. Now, he scored a goal. He scored the penalty. Was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. It was Wolves. The game against Wolves, right? This is where, for me, I started thinking, do you know what? Gyökeres is getting scapegoated. Right? Bukayo Saka, this is going to blow your mind, right? No, maybe not the Wolves game. Maybe it wasn't the Everton game. There was a game where Bukayo Saka had 7 shots. Yeah, this game here. Look at that shot map from Bukayo Saka. Where do you think Victor Gyökeres was in all of these instances? Here, or here, or here. And none of them came his way. And so you think, let's look at Bukayo Saka's pass map. See this here? Pass number 1, pass number 2, pass number 3 across the ball, across the box. 2 of those passes are after Victor Gyökeres has been subbed off the field. Only 1 of those passes, which is the red one here, only that 1 pass was whilst he was on the field. So he got into this position here for 70 minutes and shot every single time. Then Gyökeres got subbed off the field. Then he played the ball across 2 times in the last like 20 minutes of the game. And people are sitting there saying, oh, Victor Gyökeres is terrible. Is he? He literally is just not getting the ball. Let's take a look at Trossard's passes these games. This game again. Okay, so he's got a few balls into the box. I do believe one of them was for Gyökeres and it was a shot that was blocked. Fair enough. That's good from Trossard. It looked like he was the only player passing the ball. Then we've got Martin Ødegaard again. Let's have a look at his passing. To Saka. And then these weird like passes just I don't even know where that's going to. That's towards the area that Gyökeres is, but these ones aren't connecting with Gyökeres. Those are the ones where you maybe have an argument, is that Gyökeres needs to be in better positions, needs to be in a better place to receive this pass. Potentially so, right? Let's be fair. Mika Marino, we don't really care about his passing lanes because I don't think he really passes into the box much. But you see, if we take any Arsenal player, even Zubimendi, it's to the wings. Everything's wide, right? And that would be okay if the end product was whipped into the box, just like Jesus did yesterday for Martinelli. That would be okay. But because the end result is the ball being played to the edge of the box and Saka shooting, or Ødegaard shooting, or Rice shooting, or us, or the ball being driven in and us getting a set piece, I don't know how you can blame Victor Gyökeres. There are instances for sure where he should do better. And for example, I don't know if it was this game, or was it this shot here? He probably should have scored this goal, shouldn't he? It was like a really easy chance. He's miskicked it. Fair enough, right? That's on him. He's got to do better in those situations. Again, let's be fair. There's a few examples where he should do better. But for the most part, he is on an island. He genuinely just gets ignored. And then on the one occasion where the ball gets fizzed across the box and everyone's like, oh, he should have been there for that. How should he have been there for that when it comes once out of every 15 times? How could he know? Gyökeres or Sesko. So interestingly enough, let's actually take Man United's last couple of games. Interestingly enough, since Bruno Fernandes has come back from injury, right? Since Bruno Fernandes has come back from injury, he has been deliberately looking for Benjamin Sesko, and it has resulted. Look how many balls into the box from Fernandes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 passes. Long balls, none. Crosses. Okay, these are probably set pieces as well. So again, in the argument of fairness, but Fernandes is looking for Sesko in this game. And guess what? Sesko scores 2 goals, one from a Dorgu assist. And let's look at Dorgu's passes. Hilariously, also not into the box. But they are feeding him, right? And then also, even though they lost the game yesterday, and I suppose Sesko's header was just off of a corner, but Sesko scores this goal again from somebody looking for him. Now, he's massive. He's a lot taller than Gyökeres, but it's another, if you look at Sesko, he's the target man from set pieces, especially when Harry Maguire isn't on the field. And I think Harry Maguire was next to Sesko when Sesko scored the goal, right? But Sesko is the target man from set pieces. From Arsenal set pieces, Gabriel is a target man. So that's another area where Gyökeres is not getting goals from that area because he's not the target man. And even when Gabriel isn't playing, he's Gyökeres still isn't a target man, right? And so I just think it's really easy and a real big scapegoat to say Gyökeres is trash. But I personally believe that Gyökeres is being misused. And, what I want to say is, I think Gyökeres is being misused for his skill set. But what he is doing is exactly what Arteta wants him to do. And it's why in the, I think, 20 starts that he's had for Arsenal, we have lost 1, drawn 1, and won 18. And people keep saying, oh, when Havertz is back or when Jesus is back fit, Gyökeres is out of this team. The reason why I don't think he will be is because we've had this team with those players and we couldn't get over the line. With Gyökeres in the team, whether or not he's scoring the goals or not, he is getting us over the line. And I think somebody said it earlier in the chat as well. Let me get it back here. Yeah, Mr. Deanface says, Gyökeres was a record-breaking goal-scoring Ballon d'Or nominee last season. He hasn't forgotten how to play football overnight. He just isn't getting the right service to suit his style. Not his fault, just Arsenal's play style over the last few years isn't suited to him. Needs time for the relationship to develop. 100%. And so going back to the original question of, do I think Havertz starts when he's fit? Yes, for two reasons. Number one, Havertz already has that relationship with those players. And number two, it will, and this is what I think was supposed to happen in the first place before Havertz's injury, it will give Gyökeres time to fit in. But Gyökeres got thrown into the deep end. You know, Jesus still injured, Havertz got injured. Gyökeres was like, that's it. He had to be thrown in, right? Opponents are just so scared of Gyökeres that other players like Rice and Trossard have so much more freedom. Exactly, yeah. But look at Arsenal's look at Arsenal's scorers this season. Look at I can't remember how many. I don't know what the situation was last season, right? And maybe somebody's got the stats for it. But Arsenal's top scorers this season. I don't want it in Premier League. I just want it in. Hold on. Is there no way to put like all competitions? No, it's only Premier League again. Is there a good website for like all stats, guys? Like the whole season. Yes, even Transfer Market doesn't have everything. Havertz came on yesterday, and you can almost instantly see the difference of movement IQ. So two things. First of all, I don't want this to become a Gyökeres versus Havertz thing because I love Kai Havertz. I love Kai Havertz. I think he's I think he's brilliant for Arsenal. But second of all, Havertz was dropping deeper to get involved in the play, which is not what Gyökeres is being asked to do. Havertz also wasn't leading the press when he came on, which is what Gyökeres is being asked to do, right? Really different. Like even though they're both big men, they play really different roles. But the other thing, and I favorited the tweet, but I don't think I'm going to be able to find it now. The other thing is, Martin Ødegaard was looking for Kai Havertz for passes, but he does not look for Victor Gyökeres for passes. When Havertz isn't there and Ødegaard is on the field with Gyökeres, Ødegaard looks for Saka, not for the striker. But when Havertz came on, he must have received the ball from Ødegaard like 5 times in about 8 minutes. And I'm looking at that thinking, why aren't you giving this to him instead? We've got Stat Muse. No, it's just Premier League again. Premier League again. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get the I can't find a site that gives everything. York has a very high turnover rate for a ball to feet. Passes nobody in the team. Comfortable passing the ball to him because his hold-up play is so terrible. Yeah, I just disagree with that massively. If you see the instances where Gyökeres gets the ball, it's usually with 2 or 3 defenders around him. Again, like fair enough. Like again, I'm not gonna like sit here and say he's infallible because he's absolutely not. But if you actually watch the occasions where he gets the ball passed to him, right? If you watch those occasions, you just can't say with like credibility that he should be doing better because he is receiving the ball in impossible situations. Or his aerial duel is when we've won the ball defensively, We've literally punted it 60 yards, not even knowing where he is, and he's like pressing with the centre back to try and win the ball. Sometimes he doesn't win the ball, but he still might win a throw-in off the back of it, or he'll put some pressure on off the back of it. Like, I think it's really, really, really disingenuous from Arsenal fans and non-Arsenal fans to look at how he's been used in game, how he's received the ball and how he hasn't received the ball, and sit there and say he's terrible. I think that's really unfair. All right, what are we doing for him again? Bit more, one more vision on him. Do you think Arsenal need a January signing? I don't think we do. What I do think, though, is that I could see Miles Lewis-Skelly either not getting many more minutes in the team, so that doesn't apply to the other Premier League strikers ranked above him. No, it doesn't, because they all play different, don't they? Like, they also play against teams that play different against them, right? You're not going to have, like, you know, Liverpool aren't going to set up the same against Brentford as they are against Arsenal. Everton aren't going to set up the same against Bournemouth as they are against Arsenal. You can see it. You can see it. Teams play so much more defensively. And here's the thing, like, I'm not even going to sit here and complain about the low blocks too much, right? Because the biggest issue with Arsenal and low blocks isn't the fact that we face low blocks. It's the fact that we let them get back into a low block in the name of controlling the game. It's working. We're winning the league. We're top of the league by 6 points. We're top of the Champions League. It's obviously working. But it just means that there is 0 point having a striker like Gyökeres in the team where we've got an opportunity to transition fast and actually break the line. We pass it back to the keeper, we hold the ball, we slow it down, and then we play up the field. What's the point of Gyökeres in that regard? Genuinely, what's the point? I said this last stream, and I will stand the fuck by this. I will stand by this 100%. Erling Haaland would not score more goals than Victor Gyökeres in this Arsenal team because he would not get the service. He wouldn't get the ball. He wouldn't be fed the ball. He'd make those runs in behind. He wouldn't receive the ball. He'd be standing in the box. He wouldn't receive the ball. He might have 1 or 2 more goals because he's just a better player and a better striker for sure. You know, that chance against Wolves or whatever it was or Everton where Gyökeres kind of missed the chip shot. Maybe Haaland bangs that one and scores, right? But like, no striker in the Premier League, no striker in the world would walk into this Arsenal team and start scoring bags and bags and bags of goals. Because if they would, Jesus would have already. Jesus has been back for, like 8 games now. He scored 1 goal. 1 goal. And we don't play to his strengths. We don't play to Gyökeres' strengths in the slightest. It's not even like we sometimes do and we sometimes don't. We just don't. That is it. We just don't play to his strengths. Haaland wasn't getting the ball as he should in his first year at City, and he still bagged. He still bagged, and he wasn't getting it as he should. But when he started getting as he should, didn't he bag more? And also, again, like you got to remember, like, teams set up against City different, and City were different. City had a different play style. They had different players. They had Kevin De Bruyne, for example, and once again, Erling Haaland is a focal point from set pieces, whereas Victor Gyökeres is not. And I know, like, you might think that's, like, irrelevant, but it's not. It's massively relevant. I also don't know how many penalties Haaland had in that first season. Not that that really matters, like, too much, but... Oh, did I not pass the ball there? But if, like, Haaland had, like, 8 or 9 pens that season and Gyökeres has, what, 2 pens this season, again, that's a reasonable swing of goals.
This is how the hosts line up. Sven Ulreich stands between the posts.
My hope at this point is now that Kai Havertz comes back, gets fit, starts, and allows us to work Gyökeres into the team. That's my hope. My hope is that, like, look, honestly, right, it's hilarious. Every time he's gone off the field over the last 10 or so games, we've had more space in behind. We've had more like flowing attacks. We've had more transitional attacks. And you might sit there and say, oh, that's because Jesus has come on and it like Gyökeres, that shows how bad Gyökeres is. I disagree. I actually think on the contrary, it shows how good Gyökeres is, because they defend differently against us when he's on the field versus when he's off the field. And when he's off the field, they feel safer, so they push up more. They give us more space because they feel safer, right? I would love to see us being 2 or 3 goals up with 20 or 30 minutes to go, and then bring him on, because then he'll have the space. Then he'll have the ability to show what he's made of, and that's when we can bring him. That's when we can like really get him into the team, you know. Or at least that's my hope anyway. But if at the end of the day, like, and this seems to be like where I'm leaning towards my opinion on Gyökeres more and more and more. I think Gyökeres is a sensational football player. You know, there's a reason why he scored nearly 100 goals in a calendar year, or whatever it was, like 90 goals over 2 seasons or whatever, right? It's because he knows how to find the net. I just think he doesn't fit Arsenal, or he's not fitting Arsenal in the moment. In this particular moment, he absolutely doesn't fit Arsenal, because we don't play to his strengths. And if we're not going to play to his strengths, there is no point having him. We might as well go and get, like, genuinely, like a Dominic Calvert-Lewin or like an Ollie Watkins. They'll offer exactly the same, and they'll be significantly cheaper. There's no point having a £70 million, like, superstar striker. Doesn't matter whether it's him, whether it's Osimhen, whether it's Seshko. Doesn't matter who it is. There's no point having them if we're not going to play to their strengths. Right, he needs one more stam up. Same as Seshko. We all know he can bang, but he needs to use his strengths better. Yeah, and like obviously with Seshko, he's had a bit of a struggle time, hasn't he, with his injuries. What do we want for him? I think one more balance on him just to get him a little bit up there. I don't get why we sign him then. So my thoughts are that he would, like, after the way Arteta spoke about Havertz yesterday, and the way he's spoken in general about Gyökeres this season, I genuinely don't think Gyökeres was bought to be our starting number 9 all season. I think he was bought to be a player that would play and face when we come up against the low blocks. I think Havertz was supposed to be the starter against like the Cities and the Liverpools and the Chelseas and the Uniteds and such, and then Gyökeres would get 20 or 30 minutes, and then we would get Gyökeres be the starter against the Leeds and the Evertons and the Wolves and such, and Havertz would come in for the final 30 minutes. That's what I think Arteta envisioned, because Gyökeres is really good at pinning those backline defenders down when they're in those deep blocks. And so I genuinely don't think the way we've had to play this season, because Havertz relapse of his injury and stuff, I don't think this is how we were supposed to play. That's a lot of money for a role player. Yeah, it is, but you could say the same about Madueke, right? What do we pay for him? Like 55 million to be a backup to Bukayo Saka. That's the price. Like, if you want to win trophies, that's the price you got to pay for these like rotation players. I still have like so many hopes, right? I still hope so, it's like genuinely so deeply that Gyökeres comes good, because I really like him, right? I genuinely just fear, however, I fear that his confidence is shot to piss, and that it might be unrecoverable. Because he like every single game, you know, he still works hard from the front. He works really hard from the front, and he presses well, like really, really, really well. But there's only so many games in a row you can go without scoring before you're going to be like, is fucking hell, like, is there a problem here? And like I think you're seeing it with him, game after game after game. That confidence just getting sucked out of him, game after game after game. How many has it been? Well, I mean, he scored against Everton a few games ago from the penalty spot, but sure, but strikers need to score, otherwise they're meaningless. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And again, that's where I think people's understanding of what Jokeres has actually offered to the team is zilch. Jokeres has offered us so much to the team without scoring goals. If he can also score goals, that would be delightful. But to say he's useless, I think you just have a grand misunderstanding of how Arsenal play. And he's not going to get 90 minutes again with Jesus and Havertz fit. He doesn't get 90 minutes anyway. He's only been getting 70 minutes, like, because Marino's been going up front, right? Mandlar, thanks for the 100 bits, pal. Who would you take your RTG team into ladder to test yourself against the best? No. I don't even want to play champs or rivals, mate, let alone play competitive ladder. Not a chance in hell. Cook Steve, thanks for the 33 months, man. Oakley, thanks for the 38 months, man. And up Hope as well, looking forward to the Team of the Year grind. Do you know if you'll be doing pack opening live rather than post-com? I've no idea. Like, not something I've thought through at the moment. Why'd you ask? Zach, thanks for the 26 months. And Danny, thanks for the 51 months, man. Love seeing the Crappers being back. Hope you and the family are all good. Thanks very much. And Mr. Dean Face with that 4 months as well. Thank you very much, bro. Oh, is it 6 months, should I say? People saying Havertz and Jesus are way better. Forget how frustrating they were to watch as well. Yeah, like, Jesus has been back how many games now? Jesus has been back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Jesus has been back for 9 games and has 1 goal and 1 assist. And that includes 70 minutes against Portsmouth, 30 minutes against Liverpool, 25 minutes against Bournemouth, only 13 minutes against Villa, where he actually got the goal, 20 minutes against Brighton, 86 minutes against Palace, 25 minutes against Everton, 30 minutes against Club Brugge, and 10 minutes against Wolves. So that's still a lot of minutes. It's obviously he's only like started 2 games, I believe, right? He's only started the Palace game and the Portsmouth game. But he's come on to games that we're winning. He's come on to games. He's like, you know, he came on against Villa when we were already 3-1 up. And yeah, okay, he scored the goal to make it 4-1. Brilliant. He came on against Bournemouth whilst we was 3, yeah, whilst we were 3-1 up. And then we almost drew the game. Like, I don't know what people think, but like, you know, Jesus in reality has 1 goal in 9 games since the return of his injury. And yet, we're supposed to believe that he's going to be significantly better than Jokeres. I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand the logic. He's good for Stam. Let's have a look at these defenders now. What does he need? He's good for Stam. Certainly do have a bit of vision on Kim Ji-woon. Some of the Arsenal player hate isn't actually down to the players, but because of some of the fan base being so loud, like people putting Saka in the right wing all-time Prem 11 and silly shit like that. Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to get done by rage baiters online, I don't know what to say, really. Nunez wasn't even that bad in 23-24. He got 25 goals and assists in 2,500 minutes between Premier League and Champions League for Liverpool. What do we got here? So I wouldn't mind vision on him again. Could do a bit more balance on Liu Ju Kang, but wary. Could do 1 Stam on Hebe Zhen. The stats era has definitely taken something away from the eyes in the stadium, the anecdotal appearance. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I also think, like, you know, you have the odd anomaly here or there. Wait, was it stamina I even wanted to put on him? You have the odd anomaly here or there. But, like, people think Haaland is, like, the general level of striker. And he's not. He's the exceptional level of striker. And when you look at, like, other players... Well, like, and when you genuinely look at other players, so you've got Igor Thiago, who is on an absolute heater this season. He's scored 16 goals for Brentford so far. Although Brentford have always been a goal-scoring team, you know, you think about Wissa and Buomo, like Brentford have always been a really attacking team and a really high goal-scoring team. But after that, when you look at the top scorers in the league, right? Semenyo has 10. He's a winger, not a striker. Calvert-Lewin has 9 with 2 pen goals, and I think all of them have come in the last 8 games, right? Ekitike has 8. Bruno Guimaraes is on 8, but he's a midfielder. Welbeck is on 8 with a penalty goal. Mateta is on 8 with 3 penalty goals. Krupi's on 7. Wilson's on 7, but is a winger. Rodgers is on 7, but isn't a striker. Watkins is on 7, has scored, I think, 4 of those in the last, 4 games. Then Foden's there, not a striker. Richarlison's on 7, Voltemar's on 7. And Burmo's on 6, not a striker. Bowen's on 6, not a striker. Joao Pedro's on 6, he's a striker. Sade's on 6, not a striker. Enzo and Gakpo are on 6 and 5, not strikers. Barnes, Anthony and Trossard are all on 5, not strikers. Neto, Reinders, Morgan Gibbs-White, all on 5, not strikers. Then you've got Bruno Fernandes on 5, not a striker. Then you've got Fleming, Gyökeres and Raul Jimenez on 5 for strikers. The actual number of strikers who have scored more than 5 goals this season isn't high. And if you exclude Haaland and Thiago, which you shouldn't necessarily, but if you exclude Haaland and Thiago, who have got 16 and 20 respectively, or actually 20 and 16 respectively, the top scoring striker outside of that is Ekitike on 8. So is Gyökeres on 5 really that bad? When, if you exclude the anomalies, the next best striker in the league has got 8 goals in 21 games. Like, maybe it's just not a good season for strikers, right? Cook Steve, thanks for the 33 months again, man. Much appreciated, brother. Hasn't he been injured a lot too? Ekitike, he had some time out. I wouldn't say he's been injured a lot. I think Gyökeres also had some time out as well, right? You still play so rare? Sure do. Should be winning a star rare this week, which is quite nice. All right, his vision's good. His dribbling's good. We can put 1 balance on Sukada. Yes, but Arsenal is a team competing for the title, so their striker should be up there too. No. Well, no. Because you want to win games. You don't want to focus. Like, if we focused everything through a striker and had him on 15 goals, but we had 10 points less, would you be sitting there going, oh, good job, guys, you're doing really well? Or would you be sitting there saying, man, maybe you guys should start, finding ways to win instead? People forget that football is now a systemic game of tactics. There is no creativity or free will for players like Carlo Ancelotti did with Real Madrid. Yeah, the creativity. And again, I will say this, as an Arsenal fan watching Arsenal, it's infuriating watching our players be so incredibly robotic in the name of controlling the game. Sometimes I just want somebody to go on a mad run, but they won't. They'll play it backwards, they'll play it sideways, they'll wait for that perfect moment. It frustrates me a lot. It frustrates me a lot because we've actually got some incredibly creative players. You know, Ødegaard is very creative. Saka is creative. Trossard and Martinelli, Martinelli used to do a lot of take-ons, a lot of one-on-one take-ons. He used to do a lot of skill moves. He used to try and beat his man a lot. Now he doesn't. Now he does some weird little ball hop thing between 2 feet, and then he'll pass it sideways. And he just zero creativity whatsoever. And it's not because he became less creative. It's because Arteta tells them how to play. And that might win us trophies, and that will be great. I would much rather win trophies than not. But it also does mean that we're incredibly boring to watch at times. Just incredibly boring to watch. Sideways passing between Gabriel Saliba and Odegaard really pees me off, and it's so predictable. It is unbelievably predictable. The only enjoyment we've gotten from winning a trophy instead of the 50 games you actually watch. Yeah, this season, that's true. I mean, we've had some games this season where we've been brilliant. Like, hilariously, usually in the Champions League and maybe against, like, bigger teams. You know, the game against Bayern was phenomenal watch. The game against Atletico Madrid, we played very expansive football. We were great. Like, so many of the games that we played this season against, like the game against Villa, for example, that was brilliant football. But then when we come up against like a Wolves, in the name of control, we're so boring. And that's why we only end up beating the worst Premier League history in 50 years, worst Premier League team in history in 50 years, 2-1. Because we're trying to control the game too much. Just let the players fucking play. What does he need? He needs more vision. Oh no, his vision's up with his short passing now. That's okay. He needs vision. I think another reason Enquiries has this level of heat is the English media, which will also be another factor in his logo. Yeah, 100%. Also 2 own goals, which was unfortunate to me. Yeah, the 2 own goals were like, you know, I've seen, I actually saw, I think it was like ESPN or Sky Sports or something, publishing something about Arsenal's struggles to score and the amount of own goals and set pieces that we've scored. And it's like, I don't know what people think, but do people think that players are just like, right, guys, who wants to score an own goal today? Let's give them 1, maybe 2, maybe 2. And then after we have, let's give them a couple of corners and see what they can do with it. It's not like we're just it's not like teams are sitting there together going, oh, who's going to give us a goal this time? We earn them. Do you know what I mean? We earn the set pieces from attacking play, and we earn the own goals from attacking play. It's not like we just pass the ball to the opponent and they go, oh, dude, what am I here for? Own goal, 1-0 Arsenal. Oh, no. Doesn't work like that. Like, we're earning these goals. We're earning these set piece goals, and we're earning these own goals. He's an amazing coach, maybe one of the best in history, but you can't replicate that without those players. Guardiola killed players like Grealish, Alvarez, Aguero, Yaya because of his style. Yeah, well, I mean, look at Grealish, man. Look at Grealish before City, amazingly creative. Look at Grealish during City, like, honestly, £100 million. What are you buying him for, right? And then look at Grealish after City in that Everton team. He's been amazingly creative again in an Everton team that is struggling. Best in hit. I think he's talking about Pep, obviously, not Arteta. I want to do him. What have we got for Van Laloricana? What do we do for him? We did 1 balance on him, didn't we? Don't really want to do anything more. What about Kang? Kang could do with some stam and some vision. To be fair, Grealish was on fire the season they won the treble. Is Arteta fired if he wins nothing? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think, like I said this on last stream, I do think that there's a little bit more growth to be had in this Arsenal team. Because, like, you know, it's really weird. Like, Zinchenko and Tomiyasu and Kieran Tierney were really impactful players for Arsenal in their transition. And I also think Ben White, for example, has been really impactful for Arsenal in our transition. And you don't know what you don't know what you've got until it's gone, and you also don't know what you haven't got until it comes. And if you would have asked me 2 years ago, could you see Ben White not playing for Arsenal? I'd say never in a million years. He's one of my favourite players in the team. Ben White is. He's such a good football player for us, and he's been such a good football player for us. But Jurrien Timber is levels above. He just is. He's just levels. And so I sit here now and I think we could easily, I went through the players that I think we could easily replace like last week. And I think Ben White's one of those players we could easily upgrade. I honestly think Mikel Merino, as good as he's been and as good as a utility player he's been, I think he's one of those players we could easily upgrade. I think Martinelli and Trossard, one of them, I think will go in the next year or two and be replaced by like a superstar. I think Norgard can easily be upgraded and replaced. I think Miles Lewis-Skelly and Nwaneri are going to be fringe players because I think Hincapié and Calafiori are going to be our left backs. And I think we might end up picking up someone like Gahey as our backup centre back to Gabriel. And so actually, when you look at our team, there are still points where we can improve the team. And so if we don't win something this year, I think Arteta gets one more transfer window and one more shot, one more kick at the can, and then it's going to be good night. And so here's the difficult thing though, right? Let's say we bottle it this year, right? Let's say we win nothing this year. I like that'd be devastating, but let's say we win nothing this year. If by this stage next year we're in the exact same position and Arteta's still the manager, how can you sack him again? Would you like to see someone like Martinez playing in Arsenal? Like Lautaro Martinez? His contract ends in 2027, so even if he wins, he might just end then. Maybe. Right, what was I doing? Him. Got to go and find some players. If you knock on a door enough times, it will open. You would like to think, wouldn't you? You'd like to think. What have we got here? Huang Zhizhu. He could do with some vision. Or Ezimet. Yeah, he could do with some stamina. What have I got available? I've got balance available. Liverpool were in Arsenal's position for 4 years before winning. I think I would argue the difference between Liverpool and Arsenal in that regard is like Liverpool faced up against the most insane City team we've ever seen. Also, you have the problem to find a replacement. The sack him after all these years is a tough decision. Yeah, and that is the other question, right? Like, who better than Arteta? Like, and yeah, you could maybe look at some managers that are right up there, but like Arteta is being touted by Barcelona and by PSG. Why would you want to sack a manager that the best teams in the world want to employ? Tofton, thanks for the 39 months, man. Very much appreciate it, bro. Right, what have I got? Balance. Oh yeah, Reed Brown can have a bit of balance. Zhong Shang-Woon can have some more balance, I think. Was Rush always 55,000 points this year? No, they reduced it last week. I think it was 65k before. Look at United or Liverpool after Klopp and Ferguson. They win some things, but they are not the same. It's really difficult to find an identity. Yeah, I agree with that a lot, yeah. Because he's obviously not capable enough to take him to the next level. So I want to call, like, people that say things like that, like Arteta's not good enough to take people to the next level. I want to cast your mind back to where Arsenal were as a team 5 years ago, even 4 years ago. And if you would have said, if you ignore the in-between and just take Arsenal where they were 5 years ago and Arsenal where they are today and said that was all Mikel Arteta, he's taken us from a team that struggled in general and now are top of the Premier League with, after 22 games by 6 points, cruising in the Champions League unbeaten, semi-final of the Carabao Cup and comfortably into the fourth round of the FA Cup in that short time, would you sit there and go, oh, he's got to go if he doesn't win something? Because if you step back and look at the big picture, Arteta's done a stunning job. And I like this might be a bit of a hot take, right? But I genuinely think he is potentially suffering from his early success. In that season where we finished, where we were kind of like fighting for the title, and we didn't win it, we fell short. We had no right to be fighting for the title that season. Our team was not good enough. We were not the second best team. We weren't even the best team. Like, City were the best team, but we weren't the second best team in the league. But we were just winning games that we shouldn't have been winning. And so because we managed to hit a second place and even be accused of bottling the league in a season where we weren't fit to win the league, we're now being held by that as a standard. And I think that's crazy. There's only so far set pieces can get you. You don't score enough goals from open play. We are quite literally the second best team from open play goals this season in the Premier League, and I think third best in the Champions League. But yeah, I mean, if you want to just pretend that we don't score open play goals, go nuts, I suppose. Once Saliba got injured, we were done. Because who did we have? Was it Holding? Or I can't even remember who was our centre-back at the time. Like, I know it was somebody that wasn't and isn't good enough. Yeah, it was Holding. Mate, he can't even get game time in the MLS at the moment. And that's what I mean. Like, our team wasn't fit enough, wasn't good enough, wasn't strong enough, wasn't deep enough. It genuinely just wasn't good enough to be that good. And we were just winning games because the team was fighting hard. But as soon as some injuries came in, it was toast. That was it. Good night. And it's easier to see that now and look back on it and go, damn, yeah. Like, in the moment, I'm like, yeah, we can win the league. We can win the league. And, you know, the reality is that we could have won the league had Saliba not got injured. I reckon we would have won the league, in fact, had Saliba not got injured. Yeah, Holding and Chambers. Oh, man. Like, Chambers, I think, isn't Chambers playing in, like, League One now? Yeah, that Adtest guy, I think this isn't the first stream where he's just, like, really, like, spouting shit about Arsenal and not actually reasoning or listening or debating or anything. He's literally just spouting shit. Chambers plays for Cardiff. That's what I mean, right? So our two backup centre-backs in that season that we apparently bottled the league in, which I think is disingenuous and harsh in itself. But our two backup centre-backs that year were Rob Holding, who can't even get game time now in the MLS, and Callum Chambers, who plays for Cardiff. Open play. Yeah, but Adtest, that's what I'm saying again, man. We are like, look, hold on. Arsenal open play goals. So in terms of open play XG, I don't know if we've actually got the goals there. I don't know if somebody has the stats for the goals, but in terms of open play XG, we're 5th. But I think we're higher than that in terms of actual goals. 5th most in the league. That's for XG, I believe. Like I say, I've seen the XG thing there.
Oh, it's a terrific challenge. Oh, top class defending there.
But also, like, and this is the thing, and this is the thing that people like refuse to acknowledge. Like that ad test guy who's like literally just looking to hate Arsenal, right? What he won't acknowledge is, okay, have we scored a lot of set piece goals? Yes, we have, right?
We're at the halfway stage in this match.
Did we get those set piece goals because our opponents felt sorry for us and just gave us a corner? Or did we get those set piece goals because teams sit so deep against us that it requires us to attack differently and then we result in more corners from it? So we have 22, Villa have 23, Brentford 24, Liverpool 27, City 33. So we're in and around the top teams. Okay, City are ahead of the pack, but we're in and around the top teams for open play goals. So then the whole narrative of, oh, you can't continually rely on set piece goals. First of all, yes, you can, because set pieces are a part of football. But second of all, we wouldn't need to anyway, because as you've just pointed out, we are one of the dominant teams when it comes to scoring open play goals. And so, like, you can't have it both ways.
Good bit of closing down.
And again, I will state it again, right?
This is looking good.
We don't get given set-piece goals. No, you can't. You fell short against us the other day because you barely created chances and your set pieces didn't work. Ah, so you're doing that thing. I like that one, right? Because you're doing that thing where you're taking the exception rather than the rule and making it the rule.
Very quick thinking there.
You're saying because it didn't work in this one particular game against the champions,
We're into the final half hour.
who have one of the best centre-backs who have ever played football, that it's not sustainable.
Just wide. Nice looking move this. Can they forge ahead?
Finally, we get a goal in this game.
And you've got to say they're good value for the lead.
I actually thought the Arsenal were the better team in that game, should have won it. First half we were the better team, second half we weren't, for sure. Do you think it would be OP if someone had finesse plus and low driven plus and you spam low driven finesse shots? I don't think it's needed, to be honest. I think scoring, like, here's like an issue with the game going forwards. I think scoring is too easy in situations with finesse shot. I don't think I would rather my striker had finesse shot plus and then also had like first touch plus, tech plus and rapid plus rather than low driven plus and finesse shot plus. We came closest to scoring. All right. So what you're saying is you also didn't score. Again, add haste, right? You don't know it, but it's obvious to literally everybody else in the stream. You are an incredibly biased Arsenal hater. You won't agree with that, but you are ignoring facts and data so that your opinion holds more weight. Just played you, GG. GG's, brother. I don't get what Arteta is aiming for. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. That's what I mean. He's just an incredibly biased Arsenal hater. He doesn't have an end goal. He just wants to spew hate. Not for the first time. Yeah, his name is recognisable for it. Absolutely. Right, who are we working on again? So Liuju, Kangmore, Vision. Which is the one I need to get through the most? Yeah, Vision. Ha ha ha. What are you ignoring? What are you talking about? Ignoring facts. I brought up facts. Let's see what facts you brought up. Let's see your facts, brother, okay? So your fact, you said there's only so far set pieces can get you. You don't score enough goals from open play. I contested that. You then said you're literally 5th this year for open play goals. But and although you may be true, and again, in the Premier League, we have 22, Villa have 23, Brentford have 24. So the two of the 3 teams above us are by 1 and 2 goals. And it's also fair to say we've already played a lot of our hard away games. We should now have, in theory, a second half of the season where we score a lot more open play goals because we've got just a better fixture setup across the way, right? So you brought some facts there. Your other facts were no, there's no other facts there. There's literally no other facts from you. My fact was you don't score enough open play goals. You're 5th for open play goals, point proven. Yes, but the Premier League isn't decided by open play goals. It's decided by points earned. So it doesn't matter if we have the 5th most open play goals or the 1st most open play goals or the 20th most open play goals. It matters if we have the most points come the end of the season, right? Relying on set pieces isn't sustainable. Yes, but again, we don't rely on set pieces. Okay, so let's use your own facts, okay? Your fact was that we have 22 open play goals and we only have 40 goals in total. That means we have over 50% of our goals are from open play. So therefore, we're not relying on set piece goals. We are scoring from, we are winning with set piece goals, but we are not relying. Well, you do when Villa, Brentford, and Liverpool of all teams have scored more from open play. Yeah, but all of those teams, Ad Haste, are lower than us in the table. And so maybe the argument should be open play goals aren't sustainable. No team's going to win the title scoring only open play goals. It's unsustainable because as soon as you don't score an open play goal, you can't score. Get Liu Ju Kang. He's good for balance now. I think this guy needs vision. Did I just put vision on him? I did. I need some stam. So let's put some stam on him. And I need someone for balance. No, so you're just moving the goalposts again now, Ad Haste, though, right? You're moving the goalposts. Again, as I said, right, and we'll leave it here. You don't see it. Everybody else sees it. You are an anti-Arsenal biased hater, and you'll literally die on hills that don't exist. For what I don't know actually, but you're so bent out of shape, making sure that you're showing that you hate Arsenal, that you're not listening to reason, you're not arguing logically, and you're ignoring blatant facts put in front of you so that your feelings can rise to the top. What do we have for Evos? We can finally Evo our Bi Shengjun, our goalkeeper. Net results. Is he the 47? Or is it the other guy that's the 47? Yeah, Shenzhen's Kui is the 47. I think he's just a bell-end nep. I don't think it's Arsenal. I think it's anyone that isn't his beloved Victim FC. Let's get this Evo on the goalkeeper for a change. Nice GK Evo. Right now on this, I think we're in the final of this tournament this time, so we need to make sure we don't win this one. Didn't hear a word you said because of ads. Then how would you know that I was talking to you or about you?
Well, hello to you and welcome to another exciting game brought to you by EA TV.
Oh, yeah, it's me
I'm
kicking
Guy
off, baby.
Mowbray, and I'm joined by the ever-knowledgeable Stuart Robson. And hopefully we've got
I want to give this guy a chance to
what can we expect from the game then? Well, it's been a long
quit. Never mind. I was hoping he'd quit so I'd get another bite of the cherry.
The keeper who's going to get the credit.
All right, a few more Evos done. I'm struggling to, like, with these like individual Evos, I'm struggling to really know who I want to put them on, because I know how EA work, right? And if I put some of my players up to like 99 vision and 99 balance or whatever, I just know EA are going to start releasing Evos that require max 98 or 97 or 96. So I think capping that off at around the 90 is reasonable. And so if we look at what we've got here, like he could do with some vision and some stamina, that's fine. But I also don't think there's any point in giving him more balance, because I think that's going to create an issue. Like if I took him up to like, let's say 90 balance, the next time I give him a dribbling boost, his balance is going to go to 99 anyway. And I don't really want that. I'll give this guy some stam. I still got 15. Oh, see, it's balance. It's balance I need to put on people first. And I genuinely don't know who I want to put balance onto. See, even with him, like I could give him one balance, but then he's got such a mismatch in his stats. And I've got 21 to do. You've capped, yeah. I think capping at 90 is smart as well. But like I say, I don't want to give 90 balance to a guy who's got otherwise low dribbling, because I think that offers an equal problem long term. This is my last attempt in here today. I think maybe I've got one more after. If I had to choose to remove playstyles or Evos, what would I choose? Playstyles, 100%.
And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. And Derek Ray here on the commentary gantry, joined by Sue Smith, who'll provide all the tactical observations. And
just not giving a win. Well, thank you very much. Why in the first round? That's interesting. Maybe he's just doing Evos. Yeah, maybe he only needs a game. But even if he only needs a game, surely you'd want to try and get through to the next round. Otherwise, it's just 5 games a day that you can do, isn't it? It's a bit weird, but Yeah, so again, we need to go for balancing acts. We've got 20 more to do. Let's start with my best players and see who needs balance. Kim Ji-woon, definitely not. Liu Ju Kang. I could get his balance up another like 10 or so. Let's do Liu Ju Kang for 5 balance runs. And then we've got 2 days on vision. I've only got 14 vision left to go. And again, we'll start on the best players and see if anyone needs vision. Kim Ji-woon. No, he's good. He's got a good split. This is what I mean, right? I could give him more vision because it's low, but because it's in keeping with his short pass, what I don't want is for him to have 99 vision and then like 75 short passing. I'd rather they go up together. Jo In-jung doesn't need vision. Kim Dong-min doesn't need vision. Lee Chao-K doesn't. Hee Bi-jen, he's good. Jong Sang-woon, he's more than good. Mahuki, oh yeah, Mahuki could get 2 vision sets up to 72 short pass, 72 vision. Player base and streamers. Wow, Ad Haste, dude. Do you know what? You can literally just fuck off. Because even now we're talking about FIFA, you're still just being like mad toxic, man. Blaming streamers now for killing the game. Like, you're just going out of your way to be banned. It's sensational. It's honestly sensational. He was having a conversation with me. Yeah, but his conversation was streamers have ruined the game whilst watching a streamer playing the game. He's going out of his way for every stream he's been in recently. He goes out of his way to be toxic. More like I'd hate, am I right? You're not wrong, I'll tell you that. Do I have all 3 in here? 1, 2. Oh, Mahuki.
And a warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say. I'm Derek Ray, and my commentary partner for this one is the former England international Sue Smith. And if this game lives up to its billing,
right, let's see if we can get 2 more games out of this.
Yeah, it's a big game, isn't it? It's a chance to get into a final and win silverware. This is where the leaders and the experienced players need to step up, settle any nerves. Should be an entertaining match, this.
Oh, that's delightful. There's one. Do you think swaps will bring back the casual players? So swaps is really interesting. I will make some content on swaps today. Swaps is really interesting for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is that we already have access to some of the best icons in the game without swaps by the way of the World Tour Silver Superstars. But we also have access to a lot of top-end icons because compared to when we used to have icon swaps, we have had so many like icon picks and packs in SBCs. So a lot of people will already have a lot of icons and a lot of people will already have a lot of like elite level icons, and a lot of people will have Hullet, Eusebio, Maradona, and Pele from the World Tour Silver Superstars. So on that note, no casuals coming back for icon swaps if it's created exactly the same, due to the fact that... Hello? I thought he was done. Due to the fact of that people already have icons. The other thing is if they make icon swaps like it used to be, which is like, you know, win 10 games with a Portuguese team and things like that, I once again think that people won't even give a shit about it because it was boring back then. I don't know if people remember it. I remember it vividly. And it was boring because people just used to either put their pad down or play golden goal. And that's not fun. For me personally, that I don't find that fun. Like, I like the golden goal game mode here that we got for Evos, but even on that front, it becomes a means to an end. And so I think for icon swaps to come back, here's what I would like. I would like icon swaps to be low-rated icons, lots of them, with no playstyles, 2-star skill move, 2-star weak foot, and then the other things that you earn from icon swaps are evolutions, so that you can pick, let's say, 2 or 3 of your favorite icons and evo them up. I would like, for me, I'd love to go and get Henry, Vieira, and I don't know, like Burkamp, and evo them up through icon swaps. Because if they just give out icons, no, I don't think anyone's going to care. Or at the very least, I won't care. I can win this one now because I think this is my last attempt. The squad battles games were way too boring. Yeah, they were. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me this time. Hey, thanks, Sam Powell. Much appreciated. So, Ad Haste, I guess he's still in the stream. He's private messaging me now. He said, and this all he's done here is validate why he's been banned. You've banned me for making a point about streamers abusing glitches that have killed the game. That's not why I banned you. I banned you for saying that streamers have killed the game, not for streamers that abuse glitches have killed the game. But you said, how is that a bad thing to say? I wasn't being toxic. I was calling it how it is. You're offended because I'm not an Arsenal fan. Fuck me. He carries on to say, and who else have I been toxic to? Go on. Your mate Bateson banned me for being offended for stating a fact again. Fucking boring cunts. You didn't give me a chance to say it. Brother, you have issues. You have issues. You've been banned in Bateson's stream as well. And you've been banned in my stream. You're the common denominator. But you think that I'm the problem. You are the common denominator. £2 PM on a Monday. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Right, so where are we for objectives on this account? So I need to score 10 goals with a player from City A for 1,000 SP. I'll do that in a squad battles game. Need to play 3 more games for 1,500 SP. I've got two and a half days to do 5 squad battles and probably 5 rush, which will then give us season 4 weekly play completionist and another 1,000 SP. In live events, this I can't do any more in, and I don't even care for anyway because it's just a World Tour Evo. I don't need that. The time warp I do want to do. We've got 4 days, 3 hours to finish this because I want this here, which is just score a goal with a defender and then assist in 5 for the other evolution there. I don't care about Nzonzi. Oh, I do want this Evo as well, so I'm going to have to do the time warp. I don't care about Ultimate Gauntlet 8 because it doesn't offer any Evos. And unbelievably, I'm not going to play Season 4 World Tour League, guys, for 2 reasons. Number 1, the Win 15 Evo is terrible. And number 2, the Tiki Taka Plus Evo can only go on a player that doesn't already have a Playstyle Plus, which, although would be good for one of the crappers teams, isn't worth playing 20 games for. Or, sorry, winning 20 games for. And then in campaign, I need to get SP. I need to keep a clean sheet with a Brazilian defender in the team for that 1,000 SP there. It's so sweaty. So, yeah, and I will probably have one of the best teams in there as well. But I just don't think having to play around 30 to 35 games for a Tiki Taka Plus is worth it. So yeah, I need to get 1,000 SP from there. And then milestones, challenges, and everything else. We don't care. BH, thanks for the 13 months, man. Who you wanting in the next round of the Cup? I, as a Sunderland fan, can't decide if I'd rather Man City or Macclesfield. Yeah, I think Macclesfield would be fun for Arsenal. Right, so let me go and check on... So we're up to over 10,000 SP here now as well. What level am I up to? Level 15. I do need to get a whole bunch of SP on this account still, but... Oh yeah, it's 2,000 XP in Donch, isn't there? For completing the whole set. I might have to do that, to be fair. Got the Silver Superstars objective done in 25 games. It took me 3 hours. Do you have a really good silver team, Mr. John Vlog? Worst thing about the game this year isn't EA for once. It's the player base all using the same tactics and the same players. There's no creativity anymore. I mean, that's been true for many, many, many years, mate, to be fair. I think I said this... I said this on a tweet, and I've never been more proud of myself for actually being able to articulate what I mean than in this moment. But FC has 0 depth. And once you scratch the surface, there's nothing left. No matter what game mode, no matter what, whether it's Evos, SBCs, packs, tournaments, like no matter what it is, this game is surface level only, and that is their biggest problem. There is 0 depth whatsoever to this game, and I think it's the reason why people are really easily able to turn it off. Right, let me go to the bathroom and get a drink real quick, guys. I'll be right back. There is more to do now than ever in an FC game. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that there's depth to it, though, right? Right, I've got 3 Evos on there. I've got to check the objectives here. I think I've done most of everything here. I need to play one more game with 3 Germans for 1,000 SP. I need to play all of these games here as well. I need to play 3 more squad battles and then rivals, rush, or champs. I knew that. Wait, has he made... Liam, thanks for the 10 months, man. Has he made a new account, has he? Jacob Monet. I hate you, NepentheZ. Cool, man. Is it the same guy? Losing sleep over that. Just, again, it's like, yeah, following since 11 minutes ago. So he got banned, followed on a different account that he had, that he made, I guess, for Bateson. If he got banned in Bateson's chat, he must have made, because he made it December the 27th, followed me on that one to give me some hate to get banned again. And the crazy thing is, right, again, all you're doing is validating the ban, right? You like, you're doing yourself no favors. Shouldn't the Silver Cup give you rewards to Evo the Silver Icon? Maybe. Yeah, so on this account, I need to do 3 squad battles games and then 5 rush, rivals, or champs. I will do the rush ones once the next rush tournament comes out. Yeah, I need to do Donch as well. Score 1 goal in 5 separate matches using a player from the Bundesliga. Win 6 matches with a Bayern player in your starting 11. Live events. Yeah, I'll probably try and do those 2. So if we do live events with a Bayern player in the starting 11, I think I've got one in. Yes, I've got a Bayern player. I've got the 3 Germans. I've already done this thing with him there. I don't need him in anymore. Let's put Pele in. So I've got 1, 2, 3 Germans, a Bayern player. And what else did I need to do? Assist with a German player, was that right? And then just get the wins. Kind of admire the effort, to be fair. Dude, I was like, I just find it so weird. I've said this, I genuinely feel like I've said this for about a decade at least. If I don't like something, I just turn it off. Like, you wouldn't carry on watching a TV show that you hated and then just watch it again and just shout at the TV, this is so shit. You're bad actors. The plot holes are glaring. Oh, terrible. Instead, you would just be like, yeah, I'm not watching that anymore. And that would be it. You just wouldn't watch it anymore. Yet for some reason, when it comes to social media, people continue over and over and over to engage in the thing that they dislike the most, to the point where they will be forcefully removed from watching that person or engaging with that creator, and they'll go out of their way to do it again. And you're like, at this point, like, are you fucking crazy? Oh, give over. I can never get that skill move, like, perfectly correct. The little hill-to-hill jobby there. Always manage to, like, mess it up somehow. Dybala! Missed that.
Let's have a look at the initial 11 for the visitors. Paolo Maldini plays with Carlos Alberto Jairzinho starts with Serge Gnabry on the flanks. And leading the line today is Pele.
That's the play. No! I should have gone over the top there, shouldn't I? I know it. I don't do chip through balls enough. Last year, chip through balls were so overpowered, and I literally never got, like, never put them into my muscle memory, ever. This year, they're not as strong this year, but they're certainly situationally good. And once again, I just never use them. There we go. Nice. Got that assist with Beckenbauer as well, which is good. Did you ban some guy called Ad Haste because he's in Stokes chat talking? Yeah, I did, yeah. So now, what a fucking loser, dude. Going crying to other content creators because he got banned for being a little bitch. Jesus Christ. Fair play to him, mate. He is genuinely next level pathetic. Can I ask why Dybala's in this team, not Maradona? I needed something with Serie A players. Well, there's 1,320 SP completed. I don't know if I do anymore, actually, to be fair, but I need to score one more goal for a bit more. I need to play 12 more. For the campaign. We've got 1 out of 5 for assist using a player from the Bundesliga. 1 out of 6 for win. That's fine. We can keep up on that. And then the... Yeah, keeping a clean sheet with the Brazilian defender is now done. I'm nearly done. I'm nearly done. Am I evoing Baggio? No. Yeah, so out of touch with our own game. I was looking forward to doing a Bale SBC. And as a Madrid fan, but he's so bloody expensive. And also my Silva Garrincha has better stats than Bale and is just 79, 5 rate with 89 pace hit. Yep. I feel you, man. I feel you. I put Relentless Plus on Nuno Tavares. Will he get double play style? What do you mean double play style? I think we've got 1 or 2 more iterations. Yeah, 1 more fan review. 4 more I can see you now. Which is going to be for James here. I'm going to get his vision up as much as I can. What's up, Mikey? How you doing, man? That thing is probably in his 20s or something. Somebody in chat, I don't know how this was verified or not, but somebody in chat said he's 47. I don't know if that's like strictly true or not, but 2 playstyle pluses. No, it's max 1. Unless it's from the season pass. It will tell you, it will show you if it's for 1 or 2. Also, you know what's mad? Because I've been working on Socrates, it's not even Maradona that I put into the thing. I need to be able to create. I need to be able to turn Socrates into a centre mid because that's where I want to play him. He's calling me a bad lizard, is he? What a guy.
And a warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say.
Conor Gallagher to Aston Villa. That's an interesting one, isn't it?
As usual is Stuart Robson. And the general feeling is we should be in for a spellbinding occasion. How do you see it panning out?
Well, what an occasion.
Oh dear.
It should be 2 excellent teams, 2 top coaches, a great atmosphere, and 90 minutes away from a place in the cup final. It should be a classic.
The initial 11 today for the hosts. Mike Mignon, the genuine chance.
So, look at him. Hold on. Look at him, my dog being an absolute menace.
In this match. And look at the celebrations.
What dog do I have? It's a Cavalier King Charles. There's another objective complete. So that is James Dunning. I can see you again. That is Carlos Alberto finished. So I get to put him in one more time in that, though, don't I? Can we see the puppy? It's not a puppy. He's like 2 now, I think. But no, it doesn't really come in the office, to be fair. And then... So yeah, we've got Helping Hand again, which is going to have to be again for Carlos Alberto. And I wouldn't normally do this, but it doesn't give him an overall upgrade, does it? No. So that'll take him to 81 defending. Which is nice. He needs lots of upgrades needed for Carlos Alberto. And then the other Evos we've got Peak Endurance we've got to start working on, which we will. We've got loads of icons for that. And then Fountain of Youth. And then the rewards, guys. I think I'm saving all of these rewards for the next season's players. Because if they give us Henry and Vieira, or, you know, like R9 or something next season, oh, damn, son. Oh, damn. You could do the Campus Evo in Carlos Alberto. What Campus Evo? That guy is definitely somebody else that got banned before as well. What a weird guy. What a weird Donny. Go to the campus tab. You mean the training camp? I don't have a training camp Evo. How did icon swaps work last time in the game? So you used to have to complete objectives to get tokens, and those tokens were just like low-rated players, like 60 rated players or whatever. And then you would submit those tokens in to get icons. I don't think Henry would get a silver icon for the 98 World Cup. He did not play that many games. 98, just like Ronaldinho. Vieira definitely could get a silver card. Yeah, even if it's Vieira and R9 and things like that, like, that's still... that'd still be good, wouldn't it? Just in case that guy was going to score an own goal. Anasic is out for Bayern neck ankle ligament injury. But thanks. Not quite sure why I need to know that, but I appreciate it. Zidane. Oh, yeah, Zidane could be massive, yeah. Like I said, I hope they do. I'll make some like content on this. I need to... I thought Josh would have been in the stream today, but he might be working on the crappers and stuff. But there's a few bits and bobs that I really want to do for like concept videos. And a few shorts as well that I want to do.
And this is how the hosts will begin the game today. Nick Pope gets the nod between the posts.
Oh, how's that ball not connected there? It's outrageous behaviour.
In the fullback positions, and they line up with just the one striker looking to do a bit of damage. This is how the visitors will set up today. Paolo Maldini plays with Carlos.
I always get that ball wrong. I need to like either figure out a better pass option there, or just make the manual run. Yes, Elite is a 95 icon. How many playstyle pluses does he have? I'd be very interested to see if EA are going to stick with their 2 playstyle pluses for Team of the Years or not. First ball wasn't for there, god damn it. Oh my days. But the players are stuck in mud. Oh, look at Maldini. Oh, he's so good already. I've barely even evoed him, Maldini, yet, and I still find him to be very good. Awful. That's the way. It's the way. Bergkamp scored a banger in 98, did he? I wouldn't mind that. This guy just constantly making new accounts. Oh no, these are really, really old users. He's very interesting, isn't he? When's the next season? Is the theme France 98? I think it is, yeah. I can't remember exactly. Michael Owen is surely getting a 98 icon. Yeah, that'd be one of those ones I probably don't evo. I can see you. 2 more to go. Secret to the Silver Cup is just wait a while. Let all the sweaty people, thirsty people play first. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. Got 1 more game on him. 3 more games on him. Yeah, Zidane will be a massive one to have. It's interesting, isn't it? Because I think I'm going to end up having like too many of these icons that are like elite level. I think Zidane, R9 and Suker should get silver icons for France 98. Yeah, I think Owen's a good one as well. Why isn't it a Silver Cup 4-minute halves? Is it 6-minute halves, is it? An even bigger reason why I wouldn't want to play it. Thanks, Julie. Yeah, but yeah, all good.
Joined by Sue Smith, who'll provide all the tactical observations.
Cool.
And no question, this ought to be a game that gets pulses.
Probably Zidane, maybe Suker, Vieira, Owen, Bergkamp, maybe Batistuta now that they've added him into the game. Oh yeah, that'd be an interesting one, wouldn't it?
This is where the leaders and the experienced players need to step up, settle any nerves. Should be an entertaining match, this.
Confident attacking.
I've tried to get that through.
But they took care of the situation defensively. And here's the Striker Juniors starting line.
Yeah, a 4-5-1 or a 4-2-3-1. A lot of coaches are adopting this nowadays, as it does give you those 2 holding players, while you've still got plenty of threat from the wide wingers.
And that's great work to make sure it didn't go over the line. Timed it well. Throw in here. And he has options available.
Oh dear. Beckenbauer, please. I'm just trying to force the ball through what's his name, but... Oh, wow. Another player stepped up there. What a save. Did I watch France 98? I did, mate, yeah. That's just not where I aimed that ball at all.
This looks promising from Striker Juniors. Sjöke Nusken. A really single-minded piece of defending to make sure nothing untoward happened. Effective press. Let's have a look at the initial 11 for the visitors. Paolo Maldini plays with Carlos Alberto in the fullback positions. Ruud Gullit plays alongside Socrates.
There it is. Oh, as if. As if.
Standing tall to deny that superb effort.
Nice, James. His James card turned out really, really good. my days.
Superb challenge there. With the game level, let's see what they can do with this corner.
Oh my days. Needs to beat one more man there.
Yeah, she was really committed there, wasn't she?
Oh, I thought they were onto something there. Rudhurit. Acres of space on the flank for Striker Junior.
Good job, Carlos Alberto.
A corner will ensue. They've got a short one here. Nicely timed tackle. Good piece of advantage there.
Where's my advantage then, ref? Where's my had advantage?
By Maldini. Chance maybe to
Brilliant. What a through ball that was.
good effect. 1 minute of stoppage time has been added on. Now a decent position,
Oh my god, this guy loves a fucking lunging tackle, doesn't he?
and the whistle is sounded for half-time in this game.
You play FIFA? Yeah, Road to World Cup. FIFA 98 Road to World Cup was like probably the first FIFA game that I played intensely. I used to play like the ISS Pro games and some of the other like funner games that were around there. But yeah, FIFA 98 Road to World Cup was probably the first one.
This one. He has teammates around him. How disappointing
As
is
if he's getting away with all of this and that. Jesus Christ, man. Thank you.
Well, that's splendid play. Well, maybe a good position from which to counter.
Big heads. Let's go.
Promise.
Okay, that's fun.
Something of this now.
Wait, has he got a penalty for that? That is absurd.
Well, some might say he's been fortunate to avoid being shown the card.
Well, he's a bit fortunate not to get booked there, I think.
That is absurd. Outdoorsy Wolfie, thanks for the super chat, brother. Much appreciated. It's the same guy. It's the same guy, Jordan. He is so irate. And again, all he's doing is validating why he got banned in the first place. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. We've had some weirdos before. But he is like, he's next level weird. There's the goalkeeper done. I think we've got one more. Yeah, one more I can see you. Yeah, it's a real room, D-Wells. Right, that's the last I can see you done. And then we've got peak endurance to start working on now. Tensions, it may is sad. It's just sad, isn't it? Right, who are my first players? So we've got Zico, I don't really use very much. Hullet, I can certainly do the stam on. Another. See, again, with Hullet, I don't really want to get him to 90 stam. I kind of want to get him to like 87 and leave it there. Just because I know that EA will release something that has max stam of like 89. No, I just do my Evos randomly pretty much, yeah. I kind of lost the ability to track them after about the first 3 days of the game when I forgot. And I didn't realize there'd be so many of these like low tier ones, you know. So I need to win 3 more matches in live events. Thanks, babe. Thanks, babe. Ever watched the Fallout series? I started watching it. Maybe got like 3 or 4 episodes in, but Lauren found it a bit gory, so we didn't carry on watching it together, and then I just never carried on watching it, like, alone, I suppose. I've been tracking them like crazy. Some players have like 60 Evos on them, 1.1 mil so far on Evos. Is that the total amount of money on Evos spent, is it? That's not even that bad compared to how many cards you can have and how good they are. Yeah, exactly, Lax. I agree with you. How do I do 10 runs of the Premier League SBCs? You struggle to finish a league and on NOS Pro League ones without spending 8k every time. Yeah, I spent the money. Brother, you're like, it's not even borderline harassment at this point. It's actually harassment. £2,400 saved and 12 mil. Can't wait for Tim of the Year. Let's go, dude. You going over 74 on the icons? I am, yeah. Is he still messaging me? He's literally just created a brand new YouTube channel. Created January the 12th. That's today. To say, hi, I can't wait till you get cancelled. It is next level. Yo, superior talent. Thanks for the prime, brother. Liam, thanks for the 10 months as well, man. You spend coins on that squad, but you don't really make profit, though. Yeah, you do. It's a bit harder now, for sure, because the price of that squad's gone from about 6k from scratch to about 9k from scratch. But you kind of like break even. You pack so many of those players back and stuff as well, but outrageous levels of dedication. It's like it actually fucking mental. Like actually mental. Not as in like, oh my god, I can't believe he's doing this, but as in like he needs to seek professional help. Got to the point of having 3 different Arsenal 11s all first owned, caught and sorted. Yeah, the thing I don't like about this though, and this is why like, I talked about that concept in my video the other day. See how I've got all these cool icons? I'd much rather they were Arsenal players. And, you know, I was able to get a Bukayo Saka the way I wanted him so I could use him in game. What packs should you save? Save the packs you want to save. I'm saving just a small rare gold player pack. I'll be yashing back in here now. I don't think I need 3 Germans anymore. Do I think we're going to get exchanges? If we do, it won't be how they have been. Who's a Canadian centre back? It's called James. Yeah, Sanchez looks good. I will complete him, I think. Who, apart from Lee Dixon, is Arsenal's best right back of all time. I don't think Lee Dixon is Arsenal's best right back of all time. Lauren is probably right up there. I'd probably say Lauren is Arsenal's best right back of all time. Timber can be. He can become that. He needs a lot more time. Yeah, Bellerin will be right up there as well. Yeah, do you know what? Sanya as well. Sanya's right up there. Clichy was left back, not right back. Aboué without the mistakes. Yeah, Aboué was very good. Aboué wore his heart on the sleeve, man. That was good. Cole again was a left back, not a right back. No, I haven't done Sanchez yet. Does he expire today, does he? Who was right back in 2003? Jesus. Maybe Luzhny. Yeah, it might have been Lauren. Might have been Oleg Luzhny in 2003. It'll be Lauren. It's just that one guy, Julie. It's just that one guy. You still salty about Sanchez joining United? That would imply that I was salty in the first place, mate. What were we thinking about the gay healings? Yeah, I'd like him at Arsenal. Ben White, very underrated. Oh, I like Ben White a lot. Soup is just such a good lunch, isn't it? Delightful. Right. We've got our Evos in again. We just need a few wins now. Dude, you are the most unhinged person in the history of the world. And the thing is, you wear it like a badge of honor, and it just really isn't. Just a reminder, Relentless Plus expires today. Yeah, I won't be using it. Not the greatest playstyle, but also not to go to waste. Oh, no, I'll be letting it go to waste. Relentless Plus isn't even the sort of playstyle plus I would give to someone as a 4th playstyle plus. How do I feel about the game post-patch? Feels the same for me. Feels the same, honestly. I really don't feel any difference.
Derek Ray here on the commentary position, and sitting next to me is the former England international Sue Smith. And no question, this ought to be a game that gets pulses racing. What are you expecting?
Yeah, we're getting down to the latter stages now. It's important that both teams hold their nerve, play the football.
Transfer window starting to warm up a bit. Why? Who's making moves? Apart from Semenyo, that we know for, obviously for a fact, has joined City. Who else is scheduled? Relentless is, yeah, Relentless is good, especially on fullbacks and maybe CDMs and maybe centre backs. But Relentless Plus certainly isn't.
Intercepting it intelligently.
Like for playstyle pluses, you either need finesse shot, intercept, anticipate, technical, or rapid. I'd say they're probably like the top 5, unless I'm missing like a bit more of an obvious one. Even now, like low driven, I don't even think is like that great anymore, because finesse shots are so superior. Tiki base is great. I don't think Tiki is needed as a plus. I actually think the same for all the passing playstyles. I think having them as a base is an absolute necessary, but having them as a plus, I don't feel anyway that I get much more value out of the playstyle as a plus compared to a base. What is that for a pass?
Good anticipation. It's with Gundogan. Very quick thinking there. Now, who can he play it to?
He's so lucky that he took a heavy touch there. And again, just cheese. No skill, just cheese. If I win Gauntlet, does it lock me out? No. Nep, have you gone out of way to save Livsud players? The League SBC runs out on Thursday. There's every chance it can come back how it was. I haven't and I won't. Because if it comes back how it was, I won't do it. I think EA are literally stupid if they put it back to the way it was. At this point, no skill, just cheese. Could be a good rebound. Has this guy kicked off twice? He has. He got a kick off in the first half as well. Game is just full of bugs. Absolutely full of bugs.
And Van Aanholt. Lea Schuler. Sjöke Nusken. They're relying very much on their passing game in a bid to take the lead. And opting for power over play.
Friendlies are terrible for double kickoffs. They sure are, mate. They sure are.
Might be onto something with that ball. Good play it in. Now what can they do from here?
Look at that. I've passed that straight away. And he just hasn't.
Have to pay attention defensively. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end.
Here we go.
Jairzinho.
The moment of truth. And the dirt is gone.
Well, this is all about how quickly they go from back to front. The pace on the counter's frightening. And from that kind
Good
of
win.
back him every time.
Do you think it's somewhat disrespectful from EA to have a week of pretty much no content in a game with only 52-week life cycle? No. Quality of content is better than quantity of content, in my opinion. Well, that is that one all donezo. Mate, Evos keep bugging out, man. UK Monster, thanks for the 19 months, man. Very much appreciate it, bro. All right, peak endurance. What's Pele saying? Yeah, Pele could get a bit more stam. Just look back, you kicked off first half, no wrong. Yeah, he kicked off twice, yeah. Rather than Fountain of Youth that I just don't care to put on. Especially because, again, it gives a dead playstyle plus, doesn't it? Gives relentless plus. Genuinely don't know who to put this on. Maybe Alex Scott. Yeah, an Arsenal player, I suppose. She's already got other stuff going on. Do you think Evos could eventually be the downfall of the game? No, I think what I genuinely think is right, and I hope people don't take this the wrong way because it's not intended to be offensive, but I think people are so caught up in the way the game was that they can't see how the way the game could be. And I personally think that if EA leaned in to Evos, this game could just be so much better. Who's my other? Yeah, him. I think Evos can't be the end of this game. I think Evos can be the start of this game. I think Evos could genuinely be the thing that makes this game great again. But as I said earlier in the stream, and I kind of like really stand by this opinion, right? I think this game is surface level only and has no depth. And that I think is the biggest problem. And Evos can allow you to add depth to this game. A facility center, you know, build your own stadium, build your own stands, build your own training center, build your own like Evo center. Like I think all of these things can all be things that help this game, because gameplay is never going to be perfect. Like gameplay is always going to be imbalanced because of the way the game is and plays, and the way that we have, you know, this like power cycle or whatever. It's always going to be unbalanced gameplay. There's never going to be a balanced gameplay until they stop doing it as a yearly thing. Igor, English only in the chat. Thank you very much. Evos didn't exist in this game, half the people wouldn't be playing. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Evos are massive for this game right now. Okay, guys, if you can't talk English in the chat, you can't talk in the chat. I'll be right back. One sec. Alrighty then. Yeah, stam up on Pele. Carlos Alberto done. Mad now, because in terms of actual Evos, I've literally just got 31 rotations of peak endurance. And then it's done. Pele's up to 83. Socrates 86. Beckenbauer's already 93. Maradona's going to need, what, say like 8? We'll give Maradona 8 of them. Smolarek could do with 8 of them. Jairzinho could do with some. And Carlos Alberto as well. I think those icons there, I don't think I want to do Pele again now. I feel like 83 stam is good for him. I need to work on the players that are good for me that also need the stam. So we'll get Smolarek in there. And I think I've got one more... one more run left of this cup. I've got 2 more runs left of the cup. Nice. You only match the biggest tryhards in Gauntlet? I honestly find Gauntlet to be like really, really, really easy. I think a simple downgrade of base ratings plus stats could remedy a lot of the problems when it comes to the power curve. No. And my reasoning behind that is that no matter what, there will always be the top of the curve. Even if the curve is lower, there will always be the top of the curve. And so by just reducing like players' overalls and like removing like play styles and stuff like that, you're still just going to have a core group of players that are the best players because, you know, let's say we have max 0 playstyle pluses at this point in the game. That means just finesse shot silver is going to be the most overpowered thing, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, we're never going to be in a situation where there's balance until the game is no longer a yearly service. That's when they can truly balance it. And like, I think people really underestimate as well the impactfulness of, let's say, a day one striker having like, you know, 83 or 84 finishing and no play styles versus a 6-week, 8-week striker having 99 finishing and finesse shot plus. As soon as we hit the upper echelon of stats and overpowered play styles, as soon as we hit that, it's game over. And the game, there's a reason why, even though Mystery Ball, right, there's a reason why, for example, Mystery Ball outside of the actual Mystery Ball boost and like no rules, there's a reason why those are so much more fun to play. And the reason is because play styles, chem styles, and roles don't exist. You all right, mate? How was school today? Wait, who's got some tattoos? Where did you get them from?
Party, they gave us tattoos from in our party bag.
Did they? Did you put them on for school, did you? Up top. How was school today?
Good.
What did you get up to?
We learned about swallows in assembly.
Like the bird?
Yeah, a swallow bird.
Yeah, that's really cool, isn't it? And tell us one fact about swallows.
They travelled from a world all the way to our world.
Did they?
Yeah.
What world did they come from?
I don't know,
don't know.
forgot its name, but it did travel to our world.
Yeah.
And it was a long journey.
Was it a long journey, was it? That's cool. Who did you play with today?
Alison, Charlie, Rocco, and Jacob.
Wow, you got so many friends. Where's Ryan? Did he go with Mummy?
No,
Where
he's
is-
still at school
Why?
because he had to have rock study.
Oh, I see. So he's playing guitar, is he? Bing, show me your guitar. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we also have to squeeze the peel back.
Yeah, that's right. That's it. So what are you doing now?
I don't know.
You gonna go and play some iPad? Yeah. Go on, then, matey.
Wait, Daddy.
Yeah.
7.
See, yeah, he's got 6-7 there, hasn't he, for passing? Yeah. All right, go on off your pop, mate. Future Jimi Hendrix, mate. He's got an electric guitar. He loves it. Oh, who did I put up front? Schmalaric again, isn't it? What are my expectations going into Team of the Year? What do you think it'll be like out of 10? Like maybe a 3 or a 4? I honestly, well, I know people don't want to hear this. I know it's not everyone's favourite thing to listen to. But I genuinely think the game in the state that it is has run its course. Team of the Year is going to be super predictable. Going to be some insane players in packs. There's going to be some really expensive SBCs. There's going to be some cheaper, kind of less purposeful SBCs. There'll be some big Evos and some dead Evos. There's nothing new. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was thinking about this because I was thinking, like, what makes a game like Escape from Tarkov or like Ark Raiders or like GTA? What makes a game like this have longevity outside of the fact that it's more social? And one of the things that makes these games a bit more one of the things that makes these games have a bit more longevity is the fact that the core game and the core game loop doesn't really change. But the add-ons, you know, like the seasonal events, the kind of like special events, that they change things massively, you know? And I think FIFA doesn't have special events. Promos used to be special events. promos used to be really creative and really new and really fresh, and every promo sometimes would have a little something different. But now it's predictable and boring, and even if there's something creative about the promo, it's still irrelevant because what you get from it has no value, no meaning. You know, even now, and I've seen people in the chat say this, so this isn't just like a, oh, this is my opinion only sort of thing. Even now, people in the chat are saying, like, a Team of the Year player won't even get in over my Evo because I love my Evo, I've worked hard on it, and it's better than most Team of the Years. And it's like, how crazy is that? That one of the best quote-unquote cards of the game won't even get into people's teams over low-rated evolutions. Tex is using Evo Hullet as he's allowed one icon in pro play. That's insane. That is insane. And so, yeah, but for me, this is what I'm saying, right? I think it's a great play. Oh, press shoot. Oh, it's gone in anyway. Hello. Yeah, we'll just give her another ring then. Good. Oh, does he? Well, I wouldn't be able to get there in 7 minutes anyway, babe. I'd have to get Tristan ready and stuff. I can't leave Tristan in a house by herself. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you want. All right. All right, bye. What do you think you should do? People main for better Evos and then they become good compared to normal cards? Yeah, and I think it's because people don't want... People don't know what they want. I think that's the truth, right? The truth of the matter is people don't know what they want. But EA give the wrong thing for what people want, and I think that's one of the biggest problems. Like, yes, I love evolutions. Evos are good in general. And there's a lot of value to be got out of Evos. But, and my icon Evos aren't necessarily the best example because I've only been working on them for a few weeks, whereas other people have been working on them for a lot longer. But like once I get this, let's take this Socrates, for example. Once I get his dribbling up to 88 and his passing up to 88, which I can do even now if I wanted to, because I've got the Evos, I just don't want to do it. Once I get his physical up to 88 and his pace up to 88, at that point, this card is done now for the year. There will be very micro upgrades that I can give to him for the rest of the game cycle. Eventually, I'll be able to give him a second playstyle plus. Eventually, I'll be able to give him another playstyle or two. Eventually, I'll be able to give him a third playstyle plus, and eventually, I'll be able to get those stats up into the mid 90s instead. But ultimately, that's done, and that's why I think the game, as I've said a few times today, is only a surface level game. Once you've done the thing, it doesn't go beyond that, and that's why I think a prestige system, or a system, or like I say, like a stadium or facility center. That's why I think things like that offer longer term boosts over time have value, because restarting is valuable. And again, when you look at other games, a lot of games don't have, a lot of games have the actual game as the thing that is valuable, whether that be Call of Duty or Fortnite, whether that be, I don't know, what games have we got right now at the top of the Twitch directory? Let's have a look. Like Marvel Rivals. Let's go to categories. So the top categories now, like League of Legends, the game is the thing. The game is the thing, right? World of Warcraft, the game is the thing. Clash Royale, wow, that's got so many people watching it. The game is the thing. Arc Raiders, the game is the thing. GTA 5, the game is the thing. Minecraft, the game is the thing. On FIFA, the menus are the thing. The game is the means to the end. And it shouldn't be that way because, like football, the game of football should be the thing. But the menus are the thing in this game. And the menus have zero depth whatsoever. What other games have we got there? Like there's no other game. There's no other game where the actual game itself isn't the core thing apart from FIFA. And that's where I think that they massively have a problem and need to remedy that, because they could make the game a little bit more the thing if they introduced more co-op play. And I know you can play co-op rivals and some of the other things you can play co-op, but if they had more like co-op champs would be a start, but I think that would be a temporary patch rather than a fix. I would love the Evos to work exactly the other way around. It should be rewards for accomplishments, like score 100 with a player, 50 assists, whatever. Let me show what I achieved. So my opinion on Evos, I think there's two ways that EA should do Evos. Number one is the kind of system that I explained in the video yesterday, which is like an XP-based system. You have 40 levels. You start on level 0 on any player in the whole game whatsoever. Any player, you start on level 0. And when you get to level 1, you get stat boosts. And you get to choose where you apply. Let's say for level 1, you get, I don't know, 30 in-game stats, and you can just put them anywhere you want. Level 2, you get a playstyle. So you put a playstyle on. Level 3 is more stats. Level 4 is another playstyle. Level 5 is a skill move or weak foot. Level 6 is more stats. Level 7 is more stats. Level 8 is another playstyle. Level 9 is skill move or weak foot. Level 10 is a playstyle plus. And you can balance that how you want, like 25 levels, 30 levels. Then when you get to the level 30, you can carry on if you want to, just playing with the card. You don't have to prestige it, or you can press prestige. And when you press prestige, maybe it costs you for the first level of prestige 25,000 coins or 50,000 coins, or some FC points. So this is how EA monetize this. And what you get to do is you get to take through with you on prestige number 1 a playstyle. So now let's say you take through finesse shot. And now when you go back to level 1 again on prestige 2, you get those same boosts again, but you already have finesse shot. And then when you go through prestige 2, you take another playstyle. And then when you get to prestige 5, you take a playstyle plus. When you get to prestige 10, you take a second playstyle plus. And you can, they're kind of like, they don't count towards the other thing. So if you do prestige 5 and you get playstyle plus, and you've got 4 other playstyles as well, now when you get to put another playstyle plus on, you've got a much better card, right? So it's the same card. And every time you go through a prestige, you have to pay, and it gets significantly more expensive, which then gives value to rewards and value to kind of like playing the game in general, but also monetizes it well for EA because you can do it on any card anywhere. That's the first way that I would do evolutions. The second way that I would do evolutions is to unlock a playstyle. You just have to do a certain amount of that playstyle. And then once that playstyle is unlocked, it's unlocked permanently. But for you to get it to a playstyle plus, you have to do even more things with that. And then once it's unlocked as a plus, it's unlocked permanently. But just like in clubs, and let me go and show you the clubs, right? Just like in clubs, you can pick and choose what playstyles that you put on, right? Because I don't understand why this feature exists. Like the growth system in clubs is way better than the growth system in Ultimate Team. And this would be the other way that I would do the game, basically. So I'm not quite level 75 yet. I'm only level 64. And you have like different archetypes of pro in clubs. You can make 3 different forwards, 4 different midfielders, 4 different defenders, and 2 different goalkeepers. But I get to choose my playstyles. I get to choose them. I can unlock them by like changing my stats and such, but I get to choose whichever ones I want. Why isn't this available in Ultimate Team? And I get to choose my signature like playstyle pluses, and then you have club facilities, which enables you to choose a playstyle for the club. And like, it's just one of those things again. What game is this? This is FIFA, mate. Like, it's just one of those things again, where it's like you can create, you can change your playstyles based on how you want to be as a player. And I don't understand why this isn't there in Ultimate Team. in one regard or another. And so, yeah, I think those would be my two kind of suggestions as to how I would work Evos in Ultimate Team. And then, like I said, I think I've explained a few times before, but I would love, guys, to have in this area in club, we got squad evolutions. In stadium, we go here and it's, you know, you have a 500-seater stadium, and you get, you know, 100 match coins per game. And then for you to take your stadium to level 2, which is now a 1,000-seater stadium, you have to play 10 games in champs and rivals and 10 games in squad battles. And you upgrade your stadium. And then eventually when you get to like stadium level 6, you all of a sudden unlock the fitness center. And so the fitness center is something, okay, we don't have fitness in the game now, but we still have injuries in the game. So as you level up the fitness center, it means that you don't have to buy injury cards anymore. So if you do get an injured player, you just pop them in the fitness center, clear the injury, they come back. Then you get like the training center. And in the training center is where you unlock evolutions, as many as you can and as many as you want. And like, imagine this world, right? Imagine you're seeing on the screen right now, the training center, and it's level 1. And for me to unlock the first Evo on the list, I need to score 5 goals. And what that gives me is an Evo that gives me +1 finishing, but to a maximum of 80 finishing. And then for me to unlock the second Evo below it, I need to, you know, get 5 assists, and that gives me +1 short passing, but to a maximum of 80 passing. And then you can keep unlocking those by keep doing those games. But then you also have a grander you also have like a grander training center where if you complete the overall objectives, which is to go and submit, I don't know, 10 85 rated squads and 250,000 coins, you can upgrade that to level 2. Once you get to level 2, you all of a sudden either increase the amount of stat boosts that you get per Evo that you claim, or you increase the overall. So instead of +1 short passing to a maximum of 80 short passing, you now get +2 short passing, but to a maximum of 84 short passing. And the further you go, the better the boosts that you get, and the bigger the overall you can take it to. And if they make that either paid for, so once you get to like, oh, I'm at the end of level 2, I either have to pay 500,000 coins, or I can go and spend 4,000 FC points, that's monetized now. Now EA can make money off of that, right? And so if they had these intricate systems where playing for rewards meant something because you were building your club, not your team, because that's what we do now. We build our team now, don't we? We, you know, once we get our 11, that's kind of it until we get lucky enough in a pack or an SBC or an Evo to the point where it changes. Otherwise, it will never change, right? But like, you've got your team. If you get lucky in a pack, if you get lucky SBC, or if you get a like lucky Evo that fits your team, then it changes. Otherwise, it's the same team, right? Instead of building our team, we should build our club. You know, our club should be the thing that we focus on. Our club should be the thing that we grow to get exponential boosts. And you might think, well, how are we going to get 500,000 coins? That's crazy. But that's the thing. If you've got a stadium that you're constantly upgrading to the point where your match coins now give you 7,000 coins per game instead of 600 coins per game, you'd sit there and go, ooh, if I'm going to play 10 games today, I'll earn 70,000 coins, plus all the coins from this, that, and the other, and the coins from Rivals Rewards. I'll have 200,000 coins after 10 games. Ooh, like, let me just play like 15 games today. Oh, you've got a bounty in Rivals that's a 25,000 coin boost. Imagine that. Like, imagine like another like facility that you upgrade where it's like you get more bounties because of it, or better bounties because of it, right? These systems would give the game depth. This game does not have depth. This game is surface level, and once you've scratched the surface, you genuinely have nowhere to go. I don't think they'd want to give that level of flexibility and keep full control of the content. See, that's where I disagree, because the way they have it now, it's failing, right? And this is what I mean. Like, this is where I don't mean to be disrespectful to people, but People want the game the way it is, but better somehow. The game will not last like this. It will not sustain like this because it is just repetitive. You can predict and guess with intense accuracy what is going to happen, right? You could just guess it. And so wanting this game but better is a non-starter. It's just not going to happen. No depth in the game where you build a team is ironic. It is, isn't it? It is. Would it also push out the casuals? I feel like a lot of these suit hardcores, but casual make up 99.9% of the community. Okay, they don't make up 99.9% of the community. The community is mostly hardcore. They might make up a large portion of the user base, the overall user base, but definitely not 99.9% or anywhere near that. There's a bigger split than that. But the game is like the casuals already leaving. So what difference does it make? If already this game is terrible for casuals, then what difference does it make? I like the idea, but whatever feels like whatever want them to try will just get really boring really quickly. Yeah, and I think that again is why games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Arc Raiders succeed so massively, because even though the game is the same, no game is the same, right? You spawn in a different location, you have different entities when it comes to how you fight, like the Ark, for example. You have different entities with, you might spawn into one map, and it might be a really hostile map where all the players are trying to kill you. And then you might spawn into another map where it's a really friendly map and you'd like team up with everyone and take on like a major arc or something. Even though the game is the same, every game is different. In this game, it's the same. It's always the same. You kick off from the same spot. Your opponent has the same team. They play the same way with the same fucking tactic and the same goddamn players. It's the same Rainbow Flick shit. It's the same Claudia Pina. It's the same Lone Mbappe now. It's the same Rudhula Evo. It's the same. Everything is the same. And then your packs are the same. Like, there's just no variation in this game whatsoever. And that kills it. And that's why, like I say, like Call of Duty, again, you might get into a lobby where like you're the best player in the lobby and you end up getting 50 kills. Then you might get put into a lobby where you're the worst player in the lobby and you struggle to even break, get a even KD. You got different game modes, different map types, different guns to use, different gun skins to play for. Like, there is always something different. And on this game, there isn't. And it's an interesting but sad thing, because when I look at the objectives, then the objective that came yesterday. Now I will finish this, obviously, and I'll finish this. But for the live event, I won't even start this. Because even if it's easy, because I've had a few people in chat say, oh, it was easy, like they got it done really quickly or whatever. Even if it's easy, it's not worth it. It's 6-minute halves, and you need to play 25 and win 20 to get the group of rewards. And that is not value for time. A Tiki-Taka Plus Evo and an 86x5 for what will end up being 6 or 7, maybe 5, if you get some rage quits or whatever, 5 or 6 hours of gameplay, that is terrible value for time. And it's the same with Rivals, especially, and Champs somewhat. Just terrible value for time. Did you have the most fun playing with your Arsenal RTG? Not really, Neil. Do you know what I have fun doing now? And I'm nearly at the end of it now. I've had fun evoing these players. And all I've got left now... And this, I tell you what as well, Neil, right? This is, for me, one of these big issues of the game, right? Once I've got this Evo done, which I'm 4 games away from, And once I've done peak endurance over the 28 times that I can repeat it, which I know which icons I want to put it onto, I have 0 available evolutions. I have got some of the reward evos that I'm saving for next season, but that's the problem. I've got something that's half decent, and I'm saving it for next season because if an Arsenal player gets one of these 74 icon cards, I want to apply it to them. Once let's pretend that I've put these on players, because obviously I can just go and put these on. You don't even have to play games for these ones, right? These just get done and dusted straight away. So let's say I put Brute Defense onto Rude Hullet, and I get him up to the 88 defending, just like everyone else. But let's say I do that, right? I'm now at the point where I'm done on the game, and I'm just waiting for another evolution or another player to play for, and I feel like, and it's a really nice coincidence, I suppose, that Team of the Year is here. I honestly feel like I might stop playing this game after Team of the Year. I'll still do 6 p.m. content. I'll still do draft, and I'll still probably like play either the Crappers or the Icon RTG on stream to pass time. But this game doesn't offer anything. This game just like I just kind of explained, like it's so surface level that I'm like, what could EA do? I don't know what they could do. To be honest, I just do what I need to do for business in terms of gameplay, and that's it. I have fun evoing, looking forward to that every day, to be honest. Yeah, Evos are good. Evos are good. But even then, they're like this is what I explained earlier. There will get a point in time where, and I don't think it's far away for a lot of people, especially people that have just started with the Hullet Evos and the Maldini Evos and stuff. There will get a point in time where you've got a maxed out Evo team, and you're again just EA's mercy waiting. And once you get to that point where you're just waiting for the next minute upgrade, the game loses all value. Having that training center thing and replayability is so key. Getting +1s and 2s on stats. I'd be going into squad battles, rivals, and playing more. Even if I've done the points on rivals, just Evo players, I want no end. Instead, once you've played your games, done a few SBCs, nothing to do. And yeah, you could say, well, you play the game to play the game, but we all know, even with other games, we want to get something out of the gameplay with something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, getting enjoyment out of the gameplay is really important. Only play this game on the modes that you can play co-op. That's literally the only way I enjoy this game. Yeah, and again, it's one of those situations, again, isn't it, where EA have done a horrible job of social play. Just a horrible job. And so, like, social gaming is like super important. And also, like, and again, this is one of those areas, man, I cannot fathom. I cannot fathom why they haven't touched it. Player versus environment gaming is, let's say, taking over. Whether that be Arc Raiders or games like The Division or whatever, like even like World of Warcraft and such, right? Where it's all PvE, right? PvE gaming is massive. Yet our PvE zone is this. Moments, which hasn't been updated since the first week of the game. Draft, which genuinely hasn't been updated in about a decade for offline. And squad battles that hasn't been updated in about 6 years. This is our PvE. It's so shit. It's so shit. Is EA not making a profit anymore of the game? Oh, they still make money off the game, yeah. But I think that's because I think they have less consumers than they have done, but they squeeze them for more. And eventually there will be a tipping point where the tide turns, you know? You can't even do co-op online. 4 friends, but all in different houses, but a 2v2. How's that into it? Yeah, it's crazy. They don't care enough to implement these things. A minority of the player base wants when they make more and more each year and will continue to do so because most of the player base are gambling degens. Yeah, but like I say, the player base is decreasing and declining. And I would be fascinated to know how much revenue they've lost based on the World Tour Silver Superstar icons this year. Because nobody is going to have a team full of elite level icons through Evos whether that be your Maradonas, your Pelés, your Hullits, your Eusebios. I think there's some banging Maldinas and Carlos Albertos out there, some banging Jairzinhos. Nobody is going to have a team full of these unbelievable icons from Evolutions and then go, ooh, can't wait to spend some money on a 90 rated Cristiano Ronaldo. Nobody gives a shit. And so even if the user base doesn't stop decreasing, which I think it will continue to decrease, the amount of money that they spend will stop decreasing. No one cares about Bale, SBC, or Beckenbauer coming. Yeah, precisely. Like that. But like, listen, it seems to be a really unpopular opinion, right? And if it's unpopular, fair enough. I believe I'm right, right? This Gareth Bale icon SBC should be about 300,000 coins. Because first of all, you're getting an untradeable card. Second of all, he's not a great card. And third of all, I've got an Evo better than this card already. So for me to actually look at this card, and unless you're Welsh or love Gareth Bale or are doing like a Spurs or a Madrid or a Southampton past and present or something, you're looking at this Bale going, what the fuck? I'm not spending 1 million coins on this shit. Why the fuck would I? Like, it's not special anymore. It used to be special 4 years ago. A big icon SBC. You'd be like, oh my days, I have to get this icon. It'd be your only chance. But now, how many icon upgrade SBCs have we had? How many icon player pick SBCs have we had? How many icon, guaranteed icon packs in a store have we had? Now, you're looking at icons and you're like, who cares? You have 3 pages of icons? Yeah, that's what I mean. And so this card is expensive on the market because he's rare, he's hard to pack, not because he's sought after, right? This SBC should be at a price that makes me go, I'm gonna have to do that. I want to, you know, like if you exclude your main team and your Evo team and your past and present team, how many games are you going to play with this Gareth Bale? Maybe 10. Maybe you'd do 1 weekend league run with him, so maybe 15. And then he'll be the sort of player where you're like, oh, I've got an objective for score 10 goals with a Welsh player. Let me put him in a squad battles game quick. And so this card should be at a point where I'm like, oh, I can't not do that. I can't not do this Gareth Bale SBC. He's only 250k's worth of fodder. I've got to do it. She didn't read it. I rang my mum. Thing for me is you just listed so many ways to get him. Make him a Time Warp Bell. We might do him. Give us a Team of the Year Beckenbauer. the thing is, they would make more money pricing them like that. Yeah, they would. They would, because let's say you have. This is the way I look at it, and like, you would think EA would know, but let's say you have 100 people that would do this SBC as a maximum, you know, and let's say at this price, 6 people do him. Okay, cool. You've got 6 people to dump in these 17 squads. But let's say if you made him, you know, 250k, and instead of 6 people doing him, 85 people did him, you've taken way more fodder off the market for some untradeable bales that doesn't even get into people's starting lineups. And so I just, yeah, I genuinely can't understand why. I was going to say, I can't understand why the game is where it's at. What I can't understand is why EA seemingly have different core sections of their own game and they don't work together. You know, the people that are doing the Evos must surely say to the people doing the SBCs, by the way, if you're going to put that Bale SBC out, like, people have got crazy icon Evos, like, make them affordable. You know, they're like, we've hit again part of the game where it is now way too easy to get a very good squad. I was going to say way too hard to get the best players, but it's just not, because the best players are your Evo players these days. I think the game's just too easy. The game's just too easy. Not in terms of gameplay, but in terms of getting your best team. It's just too easy. Hilariously, though, and this is where, like, if you, like, my mind just, I want to just, like, punch myself in the face about it. I can get a Pele or a Socrates to look like this and better if I want to, but I can't get my Gabriel to look any better than this. Why? Why not? Why can I turn a Paolo Maldini into an elite level centre-back, but I can't turn one of my favourite players into even a reasonably good centre-back? Why? They're icons, though. So what? Okay, why can I turn... Let's put Gabriel into the team, right? Why can I turn some random low-rated bronze Donny into this and have room for more, but I can't turn my Gabriel into anything better than this? Look at this James, right? So James has got way more pace, extremely similar shooting stats, a little less passing, but evoable, whereas Gabriel's not evoable. Probably better dribbling just about because of the agility and balance, but again, evoable, not evoable. Defensively, Gabriel's got more defending, but again, James, evoable. I could right now go and get James's stats up, and again, the only reason why I'm not is because I want to save these Evos. But I can get James up to these stats. Like, defensively, we can give him the passing boost if we wanted to, which would make his passing look like this, and it's repeatable twice, so I could do it again. And then we've got the grass cutter one, which is for what? For shooting. I wouldn't even want to give that to him anyway. And then the other thing about these two players is here. James has curated brilliant playstyles. Gabriel has precision header and bruiser plus. Why can I turn this unknown into a very good card, but I can't use a player that I love. Why? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Mr. Whitlock, thank you very much for the 20 months, man. Much appreciated. My 74 rated card has 92 pace, 88 shooting, 82 passing, 88 dribbling, 86 physicality, and finesse plus. And I can keep giving him those stat boosts because he's only 74 rated. Yeah, exactly, yeah. The initial concept of Evos were for those players you like, but no will never get a promo card. But don't you think this is an amazing thing? Feels like for the first time ever we can actually make unique teams that are as good as the best promo cards. Yeah, but like, you can make unique teams, but people aren't. Because what are people evoing? Ina, Bullet, Rashford, Openda. Like, it's the same people evoing the same players all the time. Yeah, Van de Ven, we see a lot. Lacroix at the start of the game was evoed a lot. But yeah, so all of this stemmed from somebody asking me, out of 10, what do you think Team of the Year is going to be? And the answer is like 3. Because again, we know what's going to come. We know how it's going to come. We know when it's going to come. They're like, even icon swaps coming back. I just know it's going to be so monotonous. It's just going to be so bad. Let's see if we got some... Oh, here you go. Somebody sent their King Kenny Evo in just now. That's a good Evo. Not a great one. Needs that dribbling and physical upgrade. Bad, yes. It's not the best. I've had a few people send me some like really good ones though. There you go. Look at that Aiden Heaven. Why does this guy get his Aiden Heaven to be insane, but my Gabriel just has to suffer? And then even then, and this is where like the whole scratching this is where it's like surface level goes. Let's say I could get my Gabriel to the level of that Aiden Heaven. Then what? Then what? And that's why what I said before was, I have a feeling like I'll open my packs of Team of the Year, I'll engage in Team of the Year, and I think I might be done, like, playing the game. Like, beyond just a little bit here or there on stream, doing 6 PM content and drafts. I think I might be done playing it, because it just feels like we've, honestly, it feels like we've hit, like, endgame cycle already. Got a 6'6" beast here. I agree with the guy who said Evos were originally meant for players that would not get a promo card, lower league teams to make them good enough to use, not the best players. They already have a good card. I don't agree with that. That's what EA made Evos for. But that's the power curve, isn't it? The whole reason of having gradual power curve is you get your favorite players and they gradually get better. Yeah, but they get better on EA's whim, not on yours. Do you know what I mean? Like, they get better when EA allow you to let them get better. Yes, it is a banging card. 78 rated. The next upgrade he gives on passing will give him basically 99 vision, which you might be able to get vision up there anyway. 99 short pass, 99 curve. Shooting stats are outrageous. Pace is great. Dribbling is banging. Needs a bit of ball control, but otherwise banging. Stam's maxed out. And then finesse shot plus, low driven, incisive and pinged, quick step, rapid, technical, and trickster. And again, this card is perfect for, like, where do we go from here? Because for play styles, you would want to give him Tiki and first touch. Maybe press proven. he's already going to be eligible for a second play star plus eventually, like maybe from season pass or whatever. And so maybe Tiki Plus goes on to him, right? But because of the way this game is, the rest of the play styles that he doesn't have are completely useless. And then when you look at in-game stats, what is he, 4, 5, 5? Yeah, 5-star, 4-star. Like, this card, ignore the overall, and ignore the fact they're 78 rated, right? This card is a team of the season level card. It just is. And so where does he go from here? Now he just gets to use his Van Bergen, but for what? This is where, like, I think EA Sports struggle. They struggle to give people the for what. Once you've got a really good team, what then? Oh, you go and play champs. Why? For rewards. What do I need rewards for? This is my card. Oh, go and play rivals. For what? Oh, test yourself against people. Oh, so I want to go and play against the same 4-5-1 Pina Rats every fucking game, do I? No, I don't. So for what? 87 dribbling? Yeah, but it's not 87 dribbling though, is it? Because it's 99 agility, 99 balance, 99 reactions, 98 composure, 86 dribbling, and then just low ball control. And guess what? All it takes is EA to release another one of those ball control +2 repeatable Evos, and then he's got 99 ball control as well. He will also very easily be able to upgrade the physical. He probably could already, and it's something I would do because I think aggression specifically is important. But once he puts like 20 on that physical, and jumping goes to 85 or 90, and aggression goes to 90, 95, and strength gets up to the 60 region, and once he gets like another +5 boost on dribbling, and it takes dribbling into the 90s and ball control up into the high 80s, once he gets out one more +10 passing boost, which maximizes all those passing stats, this card is done. And the problem is, like, if it had taken from day one until now to get this one card, I don't think we'd have a problem. Because I'd be sitting there saying, damn, dude, you've now got one of your 11 done by January, mid-January. Another couple of months, you'll have 2. And then it speeds up. Another month, you'll have 3, then 4. And by the time end game cycle comes, you'll have a full 11. But this is, people have got teams full of these players. Absolutely full of them. What do we got here? It's a very well-rounded card. Very well-rounded. Not the best play styles, but it's a good card. Yeah, no incisive. What do we got here? Yeah, see, that's a banging card. That is like, this card's so close to being perfect. That shooting is crazy. And he's got loads. It doesn't have finesse shot. I built up a Mosquera Evo, Arsenal centre back, and he has the best defensive play styles with 99 composure and reactions. Best centre back I've used so far. Yeah, I mean, look, I've got probably one of the best centre backs I've used in the game, in any game, to be fair. Is this card right here? Like, look how good, like, she has got Anticipate Plus with Bruiser, Relentless, which is great for centre backs, Jockey, Block, and Intercept, Long Ball, and Incisive Pass. Short of giving her Quick Step, this card is insane. I could also play her in midfield or a right back if I wanted to. And then when you look at the stats here, look at it. Once I give her +10 passing and it takes her vision, short pass, and long pass to mid to high 90s, like, this card is outrageous. And do you know what's even crazier? I don't use her. Are the Team of the Year leaks coming, are they? then you get on the game and turn off straight away once you realise some content expired and you don't feel as if you miss out. No, see, for me, it's not. For me, it's not about content. For me, it's about value of time on the game, and that's what I mean. You know, you can play a 20-minute game of FIFA and come away with nothing. Please play Foot Champs. But why? Why? Anyway, guys, it's getting to that time. My son's going to an after-school class shortly, so I'm going to have to be looking after my other kids. So, yeah, for now, we're going to end it there. I'll be back later on this evening, and we'll be doing some Escape from Tarkov a bit later. But, yeah, appreciate you all.